any amanani nyina de any aboabo no a ye de eba no pa be for ha be boa me ya hwen nsem no mu kama na yetimi abobo no nyina yenim se okwa amanani a and Europa League matches echo so any other stories a woman on eba teams no prepare after the European matches no more prepare for their various league matches na yeromo one nyina enso but don't forget still you the winter transfer window enyan close here na dia kwaso nyina na ye ho nsem eba players are likely so be movie before the end of the transfer window no ye do mo nsem eba you say we teams Barcelona so we call Barca and so I transfer one player echo a loan Marc-Andre ter Stegen na ye de no nsem eba no pay any other stories e wa marani nyina no ye de atrasi ye ba be di ho enkomo nyina kama na ye ba fie nso a ye nim sha nyame ya adoma Ghana Premier League matches and so eba so from Ochina Adikosi aye Sunday na ehun sem ni nyina na yaboabo no ye de ba Sante Kodoko ahoboa omo for a year game this weekend Kodoko everybody at here back Baseke Holy Stars the Baba Yara Sports Ceremony Sunday ya de hun sem ba hard to folk and so prepare for the game eba so this a year weekend nyina no ye be de hun command pay a year jumaden so na Kotoko so e biem Samba O'Neil report we are and it's Simba FC for deal by no yes Samba O'Neil I rejected a yes offer no na edienti enama a yes Samba I rejected a bit from a yes Simba yet the hun semian eba no pay a yes show no so and Ghana Football Association President Kurt Edwin Simon Okreku and so joining the sports minister Wabra Omu Asia, the Vice President Ewo Ghana, Her Excellency Professor Jane Nana Upokwajiman, na enkomo ekosu nyina no yere hu nsem eba Vice President ensem awokae no yebeko nyakwa kutie sanso so na ensem awudi ekopie wo nyina no yatena si yebemo tie bi na abedwafo nso aboa na ewuram kama abobusa ensem ni nyina ho na serem di kakara abedwafo atena si Christian wa obate Maxwell enso enka chamo encha obate ono nso nka afidie so wabra yefri amana ne enso aba na afi no ne abedwafo enso atoa so ede yaka nyina no enso de aba Jacob Achu sebe ena LED production team no Bright Owusu Bright Taylor Darren Ponso betenase no ye fisem nyina enso etimi ediaba na Joan enso ehwemfidie de kama ama ye content afidie so Clifford mu nyina eboa anopei amajumadi no yetimi abone kama sade mdi kake ye ne wa ena ebo adwuma show ye live ewo Facebook oko Facebook o search engine no na wabashim Pure FM TV feed no eba mesose oba like oba share na o any comment bi a wa drop in nyina kama na chese ya ka comment no enso etmedia ma o me dey Andrew so betin from me andika say yetikodam until say ebebo aye 12:30 na ya sorry so ama benchos ede ya kanyina no enso etmi ede aba anope ye ne entena na ye mon community ewo aye agudie wunsem say Christian edu say ewo ha mama na kwa aba na fi no ye mfa nsem no enhyehe say Christian good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Andy.
Na bibia boko.
Yesu adom nyame adom bibia dadin.
Ye da nyankopo ase.
Na nso efiada.
Na ne
nso efiada nso ye fanto from boko.
Ai.
Na nyame adom Saturday dia close week no.
Yeah.
They are resting for next week.
Yeah.
And say kakra first month of the year bana wiye. And then 23rd. Enti a week today 30th. Enti Saturday be na watch 31st. Na nyagopon ya adom ama the first month of 2026 yetimi de aba na wiye onum say Saturday every week na MPP for so to aba no I think say the last event of the year the last event of January 2026 yeah. And it ye hwe ni mu kakra nyame de aba bidru enye easy so almost January ya de how many months 3 months you see 2 months njaka 1 month January mu net say January so dey akwa wi
almost January Pro and January Pro Max say January na nkasa and January Pro January Pro Max
salary na ojini December no unso ojini ntem ojini be 19th and be 18th any be 25th no blues can we any January Pro no from December 25th and be December be 27th na di Christmas na wi no e be wura di January na nkasa ni mu no January pro na free January 1 e be si January 31 ene January pro mass no and the amount for so papa enti adwuma for we the madaro ma monya na domo hu nenka January nenka ma be 24th and na be 25th na boys fans so to mo kakra bo amount for bre
e na odwene Man City mo ho ahonte ase bo edu say na sa ya hon na na de jutwa yo kakra Musumu sorry afi yekoya na nu am say asresem I think say na one game dia say na player ba kunya chance no say no o say no man bi to minime da to one ma se huna akwa o chena fi some dey betu mama no omu show man show them o chena fi mo dey betu mama mo ye dey kakra bi dey num say you see trio ya no January boni bie ye di BT time for January no so a na no mai ni basa o mai ni ma basa ai manager 50 say January we cry there I no wan sa contempt we cry me ni ya dwen manager be contempt mama no manager dey we be contempt mama wo na o January we say there manager wo dey be eska wo na boys na boka say amam 40 and say what is manager ka say January contempt o ha ni be nyasem a choose a better manager ka say January contempt o ni be nyasem me dey so o ka say contempt me ni nyasem go say you be ko bia me tare so Robert Jeffrey no me bonus abolis intino ni brabre ma yonko amono ne mrasa Christian na yonko famno ne 7 bra ya ba na afini aba beto aso ede dia kenyina ede aba ta chairman nam kwaso ai ti traffic okrumi crazy yewi amono ne 7 na one mato aso enso ede free anti yonko famno ne 7 no emra live on Pure 95.7 FM yen robo kakra bi na yentu jare ema Ghana fo nyina.
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Right, inti ya bon kuma kakra na later say saka ni free phone close no ya dini na enso da ba eno Europa League matches etumi akoso say the card won some area to your results eno ebe Fenerbahce club no etna fi ema bo conference Aston Villa ekwa away ekwa winning game by 1 goal to no Jadon Sancho one enya the only goal for Aston Villa club no wo ko record a victory no Bologna wo any Celtic able 2-2 run wo any club friends Midland able 3-3 mama fan to get a final that champions Storm Grass for Entment Freiburg and switching Maccabi Tel Aviv 1-0 Malmo F15 for Resta Belgrade ebe trying to come out Entment mama fan we to get a pure get a slowly one etna fieshe to Real Betis club no one Entment Victoria Plazan one FC Porto game year 1-1 Young Boys and Sotifia Lyon ebe trying to come out Entment former Arsenal player I France Ashley Maitland-Niles one enya the only goal no make a difference no Edema Lyon Kawabra Braga team no one and switching Nottingham Forest 1-0 na Edna sorry say game na interesting because Nottingham Forest enya penalty and one penalty na say no sa penalty na say and a club friends Braga for no to us adequate go with him say no Braga for the cash shot on target and go for Omama should name omunya 1 goal na sense your own goal and ayatia ya the some emamu e wodwuma de so ne Celta Vigo etnafi one issue to Emma Low club no one and sweat team baako and afa Dynamo against Zagreb FCSB esom aye 4-1 and a result to da ya the some emamu e wodwuma Ferran Carlos and Panathinaikos about 1-1 Mame Fawen to get OGC in session 3 Emma go ahead Eagles at Tibako Rangers at Ludogis Rasgard Echomo 1-0 Wabra Robert team no woman so at Italy 2 Emma a Stuttgart club no woman Entment and Rakudaba one who's AC from the Romano a boy na France a Nicolo a Pisili one and about 2 goals no Edema a Roma club no Wabra a Bobo Conference Salzburg Esha 3 Emma FC Basel eteba ku Utrecht ewo fie wom elusu 2-0 enema against a club no enom update ebe wonsem no yet eba mu ewo dwumade no sana mame fanto yes oko Spain na Levante body tie Elche ewo Italy Inter Milan and Pisa oko Germany St. Pauli and Hamburg AS Villa fe France so no yebenya Angers and PSG match no eno so ba so update ni no yet eba mu ewo dwumade no so CAF Champions League na eba 4 p.m. Ali club no wom any young Africans ebetumi asia kai Mamelodi Sundowns ebo edit Al Hilal Omdurman eno game seba so ni no yede wonsem ema mu enso dwumade ni sending commodity anopai ewo dwumade no so ba koso now I join enso ewo Facebook Pure FM TV na fe o join on YouTube ewo Bright can come board on YouTube no yenin community enra na me dey a Champions League no yaka a player of the week be the nominees no enso to yenya winner mame player na friends Vinicius Junior mame fa went to last a Tuesday and Wednesday games akoso ewo UEFA a Champions League no and penfortuna say one say player nobody mo enso no a Vinicius Junior channel so Madrid against Monaco or provided 3 assists essence on 1 goal into no and we know a Champions League player of the week and a midweek matches and so cause mame fa we and to said your toss you know a branch friends Luis Suarez one Asia Academy Sporting was 2 goals and so okay and so cause so and Fabian Lopez a Barcelona player one etosom yensa and a branch friends Robert Navarro one and so toss a 9 and a Champions League player of the week no and you don't some enso the 20 Vini one and in Sakaye mame a team of the week no na yenin komo players one so at UEFA for enso yomo so we any team of the week no one efa a goalkeeper just some no so na modem ekon kan and thing enso a Zwaliki ono no mo fa no mame fan to gas abrantia your friend say Van Dijk when you APM so and a Pedro Porro okay Spurs one esa Dortmund a 2 90 Pedro Porro wabaka from Toronto and so represent here yenya Vinicius Junior yenya branch friends Navarro aya Fabian Lopez aya Simeone and Luis Suarez munina and so pema somsam no yet ema went to the team of the week and UEFA aya games and so so yet won some ema mu ewo dwumade no so yedi komo no mame aya Champions League trophy na nkasa say and me be catch us a table no so no aka obia one match na just eba group phase yedire nyina ba na wie na aya playoffs no and so kwase wie near Rome the run of phase 16 not just a knockout no and one in the betimi akoso and now me no can say report I mean Eka and it's a favorite just say betimi age UEFA a Champions League based on a probability them in second is say and anyone and so say them even is according to a bookmakers no any probability almost the about say team are likely so about UEFA Champions League as it stands now Arsenal chances 22.2% and Arsenal club no so the only team so far every game our Champions League winning game into and I'm 22.2%. Bamuntin atosum 18.2%. Manchester City and atosum 14.3%. PSG atos 12.5%. Barcelona and Madrid atos 5 and 6. Wobia de 10%. Liverpool and atosum 6 9.1%. Chelsea 5.3%, Inter Milan 3.4%, and Atletico Madrid 2.9%, and UEFA Champions League no, and yet won some and so the mamo so no sana person some no yet 71 kasa won so ra wodiri wine and a Champions League no tilt in the favor no there na mamenko Brazil kakra na menko din komo na me player France Neymar Dos Santos Junior so on the Brazilian league no ashas here na club na France Santos okay so last season to be non common relegation at a key Neymar down over through a injury and ultimate save a club no when so start season Santos lusu matches and nenka omuya lusu game no and a branch of friends Gabriel Barbosa and a Gabibo one and so better come on game here 1-1 mami aye nema unu se game ne kwaso no wabra na yeshe aye Santos one edru time na aye Santos omo supporters one huru players no na omo bu players one you say nema and so tesoro and was sorry and we catch Santos omo supporters ne say baby omo gina se na club no pekati enti di omo betima ya de abote team no players no and it's our support to who players no name me try and so one try your point game no person who players are I know the moment me we say mo person I can answer it no say who players ever someone to take and review the name and test one and to supporters our down and a name e catch on say omunya e who no who players no na omun support a team instead ye gamer mo betin e players and e branch friends name and then want some answer to ja e wo jumajero social name I extended the contract no at Ama Santos Moko no and e de ba mamenko e Carrington mame Manchester United e coach Michael Carrick egus e jumane kakra the first game was Manchester City weekend one Arsenal and so na airport na on say new king a new law so the maintenance already Michael Carrick implemented 6 changes our Manchester United so far. Now 6 changes are Michael Carrick Diabano, Viamente and so Penano, say academy matches are Wabako academy matches, and I know they who say Manchester United, one academy able game, no Penano, and so stadium equate game to be Wabako academy matches, Viamente and so say, one ever real building. Omobe trusty in Abranche Friends Kobimeno and under Ruben Amorim Kobimeno Nanka Obako new manager Michael Carrick the maintenance Abranche Friends Kobimeno so almost ever build a team around Kobimeno and now we catch us about Manchester United trainer says opinion is a shorter name a intense sessions and and number 3 number 4 one sim na dana say coach and say when your friend greater focus our individual work into players no attention and subeko aye players no so we Ama Diallo we Brian Imbuamu we Nabranche friends aye Matthias Kunya manager our training attention because so outside air training the focus and so so and on aye debate and watch also about just arrival aye times I would do Old Trafford so Manchester United able game our fear our Old Trafford at time United club no edibe drew Old Trafford no menyina oba just no and afei Japan gamer what the players nyina ebe din kom ansana wo bia ensu se obekwa go tu ka akofia won so tinya ko se won se kwa we nso a eno so nyina ma join eye Timbers and we eye nemansia Michael Carrick enso implement our Manchester United new king eye new laws and on eye deba ya the one some mamu ewo dwumade no so mame player friends eye Casemiro because no Casemiro nanka sankasa release a video on one kasa make announcement so end of the season when Manchester United we say we season one I am Nadia Casemiro and to you and former Manchester United club no and on a debate and on one kasa this announcement and so the buy now debate say Abranche friends Casemiro on say akabesa 4 months not just we with Manchester United, many reports are from the transfer, any free Roma the transfer fee, any wages are club no etia, Ediama Casemiro no, yes, accosting Manchester United 148 million pounds, and on car Manchester United team rabo our Casemiro no, and on the say what was and so but we have been reports that Casemiro after certain Obeki announcement no, Woko Saudi Arabia. Teams nina obiani abre aya Casemiro many reports oko USA also clubs nipi enso ewe se obon sabeka aya Casemiro nyame aduma enon aya from aya next season enon aya demete ye di Casemiro enkomo no mami Abranche friends Harry Maguire because Maguire nso aya defender kase aya Manchester United club na the contract eba na wiye yes aya Maguire any ni team no womo ekachira Manchester United say womo aya 2-year contract extension now now what you see and also almost 150,000 pounds a week and Maguire yes Manchester United for say Maguire episode extended contract na 1 year per annum everything mano aside 1 year no want to be enfabi enka and afi eba na what you see the wages no and also 120,000 pounds a week and Manchester United betia at Harry Maguire on year and penifon and so extended contract no and farmer Harry Maguire and on demetia ya the one some emamu ewo so no se gusua ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Manchester United club no Mamelani Yoro ɔno nso yɛ defender wɔyɛ nkɔda no bia sɛ Manchester United gu so a wɔn nso sɛ ɔmo any future no ɔmo kɔtɔ ne from France ɛna de ne ba Lani Yoro ɛna no a wɔn ɛdi nkɔmɔ na ɔmo busa ne sɛ ɔnne ɔno ankasa ne best ɛyɛ players sɛ players ɔgye ɔmo bɔ de ma no ɛnso wɔsoro best 5 ɔyɛ included ɛna ɔso sɛ ɔno ne yɛ included deɛ a wɔde ne ho ɛbɛto ɛyɛ number 5 enti sɛ ɔtwu so ɛyɛ 5 a ɔde ne ho ɛbɛto number 5 nemom the first ɛbɛyɛ abranteɛ friend sɛ Pedri ɔsɛ akwa no yɛ top ɛyɛ player Pedri ɔyɛ brutal ɔwie ɛna ɔsɛ aside Pedri nso no the next player ɛyɛ akwadaa no friend sɛ Jude Bellingham wɔn ɛna ɔde ne ɛbɛto number 2 number 3 ɛyɛ Trent Alexander-Arnold ne number 4 ɛyɛ abranteɛ friend sɛ Paul Kubasi na ɔno ankasa Lani Yoro wɔn ɛde ne ho ato number 5 ɛno ɛyɛ Lani Yoro ne best ɛyɛ 5 players ɛna ɔno nso ahyehyɛ yɛde wɔn nsɛm ɛma mu ɛwɔ dwumadi no so dɛ Mame Joshua ɛyɛ Zexi wɔyɛ Manchester United player sɛ Joshua ɛyɛ Zexi Brian Mbuemo wɔ hɔ abranteɛ friend sɛ Matthias Cunha wɔ hɔ Benjamin Sesko mu ɛna ɛbɔ Diamante ɛne sɛ Roma club no ɛna afei other clubs yɛso wɔn contact Manchester United a kyɛ sɛ ɔmo wɔ sɛ nka January wei loan deal bi ɛnso bɛtumi ɛso a Joshua Zexi said the United 40 here Emma Rasmus Højlund adjoining Napoli no wɔn ɛyɛ Roma ɛnso nkɔmɔ here ɛyɛ Joshua ɛyɛ Zexi because ɔmo gu so ɛhyehyɛ ɔmo team ne kama nansa ya wɔn de Dolan Malian from Aston Villa ɛde ne kɔ wɔn here striker ɔmo ti di yɛ sɛ Joshua Zexi no ɛmira no wɔ Italy nyɛ ne mɔde wɔn ɛkɔ soro ɔba England no ɛna ɔmo nhyɛ da ɛwuni yie ɔmo ti di yɛ sɛ ɔmo de ne kɔ a Zexi ɛbɛsan so rediscover ɛyɛ ne form ɛno ɛyɛ Roma club no ɛna mi di ɔmo nkɔmɔ anɔpɛ ɛwɔ ɛyɛ show no so na Mame Rafinha nansa Rafinha ɛne ne wife Natalia deɛ wɔn ɛwɔ media ne so pa na Mame Rafinha na ne wife no ɛde aba bɛtu gɛ sɛ ɔwɔ hɔ a ɛna wɔnya akɔ from ɛyɛ ne kunu Rafinha ɛna Rafinha kɛkyɛn sɛ ɔnhyia no ɛwɔ garage bi ɛna ɔso okay ɛna ɔno ɛfiri fie ɛna ɔkɔ garage ɔduru garage hɔ nom a na kyɛ sɛ saa na Rafinha ɛbɛ surprise no wɔte aseɛ na surprise no ɛyɛ dɛn a bibacho eno ana Natalia enso ɛte no ɛyɛ brand new Range Rover ɛna kyese ne kunu ɛyɛ arrange friend sɛ Rafinha enso de so wɔse ne na because no anwene ho ɔmo nhyɛ da ni nkɔbɔ bia about ɛyɛ car nemom ɔhɔ ɛna ne kunu ne friend sɛ ɔnhyia no ɛwɔ garage ɔwɔ ade bɛ pɛ so ɔde ne ma no wɔkɔduru no ɛna hu sɛ ɛyɛ Range Rover ɛna ɔde ama nti Maxwell ɔne sɛ Christian ɛwɔ hɔ a no ma frɛ obi sɛ ɔnhyia what does here ɔnhyia wɔ garage na nko yi baako kama na ɔde ama no sɛ bia ɛyɛ kyesa elantra bia na wapia ɛde ato ne na so ananse we no sɛ bia bɛya civic bi ana akɔdo bia na wapia ne kama ɛnso de ato no na so na ama na yɛ fɛ enie ɛno ɛyɛ ababa friend sɛ Natalia ɛna kyesa no nso ɛbɔ ne kunu na ba so ne nyina no yɛdi wɔn kɔba no pɛ ɛwɔ ɛyɛ so no so Barcelona presidential elections no ɛno ɛno mo confirm date no sɛ on March 15 ɛna Barca ɛyɛ elections no ɛnso betumi akɔ so mami owura friend sɛ Victor Font wada wapalai because ɛno time a ɔmo date no ɛnso ba no ɛna owura ne friend sɛ Victor Font so obi anim so no ɛna kyɛ sɛ all compete and so all contest ɛyɛ one Laporta ɛna ɔde betu gya sɛ na deɛ ɛkɔ so nyina ɔmo nim deɛ na ɛbɛhyia bia na ɔmo nim na ɛyɛ den ɛna Barcelona ɛwɔ in the middle of a Champions League knockout a tie na mo se ɛhɔ baabi ɛne yɛnkɔto aba na ɔmo no unsurprised so because ɔmo nim sɛ owura na friend sɛ one Laporta no ɔbɛyɛ deɛ ɔbɛyɛ bia sɛ aba no ɛbɛkɔ ɛyɛ ne side enti ɔmo no ma prepare for deɛ ne ɛbɛsi bia enti ɔmo deɛ ɔmo yɛ ready na mmom sɛ nka ne kwan so pa ɛni kwan sɛ Barca ani abere a kyɛ sɛ Barca akɔ more than ɛyɛ 10 years ɛnyi UEFA Champions League ɛpɛ bi agye no na mfimfini hɔ ɛna owura friend sɛ ɛyɛ one Laporta ɛne ne mpanimfoɔ ne administration no ɛsi ɛhɔ ɛna ɔmo de elections ɛnso ɛkɔ akɔhyɛ ɛno ɛyɛ Demete minya report ɛna no pɛyi mami ɔpɛnyɛ friend sɛ Rafa Youth wɔno ɛna ɛyɛ na kyɛ sɛ ɔno ɛna ɔdeputize owura friend sɛ one Laporta ɛwɔ Barca Demete ɛne so ɔpɛnyɛ no from ɛyɛ February 1 ɛkɔsi ɛyɛ July wɔno ɛbɛyɛ interim ɛyɛ president ɛnso ɛde ama Barca ɛyɛ team no ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ minsaka yɛsi Barcelona ɔmo anka samra no anase ɔmo constitution article 54 ɛhyɛ hɔ some ɛnɛ sɛ ɛkɔbɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛto aba na current ɛyɛ president no wɔn ɛbɛfiri so na kyerɛ sɛ wɔn interim until sɛ wɔn ɛbɛto aba na awie na kyerɛ sɛ processes na wɔn go through ne nyinaa ɛnso awie no na obi ɛnso take over nti ɛyɛ ɔpanyin a yɛfrɛ no sɛ Rafa used ɔno ɛna bɛdi saa adwuma no ɔno na bɛyɛ kyerɛ sɛ interim ɛyɛ president ɛde ɛma pass until sɛ wɔn ɛnso bɛ swear in new ɛyɛ president ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ nsɛ ka Victor Font ɛnso egu so a wɔ challenge ɛyɛ ɔpanyin a ne din ɛde Juan Laporta ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ mɛte ɛno Barcelona bɔbɔkuo no ɔmo gyae Marc-Andre ter Stegen sɛdeɛ ɛna no bi di to dwa sɛ ɔmo team a ɔmo de kɔpie mu ɛwɔ UEFA Champions League game no wɔn amfa Marc-Andre ter Stegen anko because of ɛyɛ transfer na fa ter Stegen ɛma me na yɛni nkɔmɔ ter Stegen ɛnie ɛnura ɛna Girona club no ɛnso ayɛ announcement ne sɛ no korɛ wɔn nsa aka Marc-Andre ter Stegen just ɛnura wei ɛyɛ ne presentation ɛkɔ so na Girona sana ɔmo supporters ɔmo fili ter Stegen no ɛnura menya report sɛ nipa bɛyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ 2000 ɛnso na kɔ Girona for stadium hɔ ɛkɔhɛ presentation of ɛyɛ ɔmo new goalkeeper Marc-Andre ter Stegen na ter Stegen ɛsɛ yɛmfa nto gɛ sɛ ɔno onim sɛ ɛyɛ Gazaniga ɛde goalkeeper de ma club no ɔwɔ respect ɛde ma ɛyɛ Gazaniga ɛnyɛ sɛ bia ɔno waba sɛ ɔbɛ disrespect no na ebom wɔno waba sɛ ɔbɛ compete ɛnso ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Girona ɛno ɛyɛ aberanteɛ friend sɛ ter Stegen ɛne ɛde ne ho nsɛm ne ɛde ɔmo to ɔne wei ɛyɛ moment a ɔhyia ɛyɛ club friend sɛ Girona ɔmo supporters no na kyɛ sɛ ɔno ɔmo ɛnso ɛwɔ ɔbɔ nkɔmɔ kama ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ ba yɛtu ho nkɔmɔ ano pɛ ɛnso wɔ dwuma de no so na Trent mame ɛyɛ Mo Salah ɛne Vinicius Junior ɔmo mienu picture no fata so mame na memfa mo nkɔmɔ bi sɛsi a ɛmfa nkyerɛ tiefoɔ ɛne ahwɛfoɔ sɛsi na mame fa wei ɛnto yɛ sɛ two players wei ɛyɛ big name players sɛsi a me no ka sɛ yɛka football na wɔn din ɛwɔ soro onsa no a ɛne bɛto yɛ sɛ Cristiano Ronaldo ɛyɛ likely sɛ yɛ kyɛ sɛ bɛsɛ 2027 no Ronaldo ever retire from air football na yes san komo no na ama Saudi air pro league ne mpanifo no edi omani enso anaso maso atoto from na omo Ronaldo wo de league project for omo league no air no Ronaldo ba no wo air attract air big name players ema omo so ebaye sana Ronaldo ever retire 2027 next year there e wo be yes omo benya air another superstars Edwamo and so the Abedomo Abe Highline no woman listed a players be rename Wamo Omodom Air Highline no a open your friends in Mohamed Salah and after Vinicius Junior one and one a headline and your signings Ediama Saudi Pro League no and Vinicius Saudi funnel from a year July and I say June July or Econo one chance at Vinicius Junior Mohamed Salah Minya reports a Saudi funnel ever chance at Mo Salah some person with Saudi Arabia and on air Demete na Mo Salah Minya report and pay so Liverpool yes I want to found sound coma a free Saudi Arabia air no Liverpool club and say I'm dear woman and it's a Mo Salah our contract until 2027 na I'm Mo Salah ebon contract ni nyina enso awie emfa wo ene aye Saudi Arabia for no nkoma omu edi wo mu de epese Mo Salah one nso awie ne contract no ewo club e friends Liverpool 2027 owie a enye oye free agent obetimi akọ na onim players ni bia omaline on up obi to say aye Gabriel Martinelli from Arsenal aye Abrante friends Bruno aye Fernandes one nso omo pe no enso de naba Sansona aye Amadou Onana one nso omo person mo de edgo a lot of players and Saudi Arabia for no enso person mo tabri edgo pie mo e omo league ne mo enon aye diaba mame aye we aye Atletico Madrid striker Julian Alvarez fanato so mame na ye nin komo onye Alvarez say player we ahe and wo konan say ana be be story say nin ko fo na feel say see aye ka say football mo wo pe aye strikers amomode mo e wo sura bako aye corner friends Julian Alvarez nemom ase club na wo no amane die no enso wo fam e wo say Julian Alvarez en kan din e wo soro e change say omugidi say e because of baby o si aka no Atletico Madrid wo amunya club as omuge trophies so team no any trophies players no on said enyo sana se ente wodin sa entombe se omo movie player no adin free Atletico Madrid e man be catch us Barca for na twan sanka omo timi reach 1v1 na one be con all out for Julian Alvarez because omo feel say ono and a direct replacement Edema Robert Lewandowski and I mean you can say yes sound come across any Chelsea from the omo gym no say yes Arsenal team common away tree now in the Arsenal for na ye woman use to reference Andre Berta sporting director no on say oye adwuma pen ewo Atletico Madrid enti onkofo ewo Atletico Madrid club ni mo and I just woman and OG information ama demete kra no say Sir Andre Berta was here Julian Alvarez ne intermediaries no and the representatives was share sankofo no enu amu ashase edin commentaries na for Julian Alvarez enu reporter menya yede wonsam eba mu ewo dwumade no so na yegu so yede nsem ne nyina eba na memfa we ento yo maka komimenu asem enso de achofa na me kobianu enie na meka cho se under Ruben Amorim sebia enkene Ruben Amorim ena da so your coach edema Manchester United bia nanka akodano ebia nan Cologne ewo aye Napoli ana sebia aye Chelsea ana club for bia na new coach abano yewu se ne first match Carrick first game was starting Komimeno Diamante se Manchester United yes omo open so ombema aye Komimeno a new aye contract enon Jamete se Komimeno na edrum rebi no opeso kono Jamete se Michael Carrick enti ombema no new contract ewo Manchester United se player nan kasa tia se so be extend their club no ready se omo the new deal no enso ma branch no enon Jamete yede wonsam ema mo ewo so no so was for ewo striker your friend say Jorgen Strand Larsen enro me bedi no won komo se ono player Crystal Palace team no se koba se omo lo so Jean-Philippe Mateta Jorgen Strand Larsen only ono eno person mo de enso eba no be replace Mateta eno pay that sorry Yasi Leeds United has submitted official bid. What they akwa koma Wolves for no striker no omuso hia womuso per striker edina ba enti second dan wa womuso are ready so ombefa abrantia your friend says Strand Larsen eno Jamete na eno pay edema we say Yusuf Nursery na say ano Africa edema Morocco we be see can be ever Afcon wa return na abrantia no ebo edema Fenerbahce club no maminfa we entu ga se Diamante eni say Juve and so contact Fenerbahce team no sir abrantia your friend say Yusuf Nursery eno Moroccan fanamame yes omopeno and so de na kopiemu ewo club friends Juve na initially be told Jasenka Juve for no ebetua 5 to 6 million euros eno loan fee and so de ama Fenerbahce mina reports safi no ema so nemum ne salary no Juventus and a better nyina and so de player no eno Demetia yade wonsam ema mo ewo dwumade ne so ne okay player your friend say Mickey van der Ven me be din ho come say Liverpool and ya amese out on Magay player ba come here anymore no Avranche friend say Mickey van der Ven one can we see academy Tottenham was a defender Liverpool team no epe now the same player many reports say Madrid any other clubs be and so show interest Spurs team no Eddie Cardiff to guys any plans so Overton Mickey van der Ven and so the nako name and Diamante and it's almost a somber tompa £100 million for Mickey van der Ven into clubs now more person a central defender no £100 million and I'm betria ansana when you Mickey van der Ven and I reporter ba the other one some eba mo Tottenham Hotspur team no one assign a player Accra needing at the Souza Demeter is almost signing a star player no na 15 million and I'm the fa a Brazilian Souza Obewono Kraketwa when you're 19 years only from Santos and almost Adanaba a Spurs Obabua Amanyama Akwe and so the Tottenham Hotspur team no and on a diaba Yadon come Emamu Ewo Jumajino so Douglas Luiz. And so reporter means cannot pay onse Obolon from Juve Edema Nottingham Forest. Many reports a Chelsea club no one approach a Juventus. Sesi ayaka say omu aya Methodist no Romeo Lavia obitisem aya usogo mu omo prepare omu nyamai enti komunya Douglas aya Luisa and komu so pe Chelsea for aya Douglas aya Luis name a loan deal. And player from Juventus and Demeter Juve 40 years here. Yes, Juve ever call a crowd back from Nottingham Forest. Okoya no masalo no adama Chelsea enum demete na Shamak Kukuera ewo Chelsea Coban training ground so omo wa enum se on se sa we na ese cars no omo ta twitwi enso ewo training ground so ebi kura no mowa ebi nso no player April omo de fa no enum se ba ko ba no na ebo aben enum currently o ya ade na on se bike no omo kore ya ade na ebo aben omo kore nya Kukuera ene etwi na obi odane nani no so munyina ye because see ade we made a special delivery and they brought Chelsea special delivery near there and was the best holding midfielder we assist say and I'm the neighbor why na a branch of friends Moises Caicedo enti Kukuera as why special delivery at Chelsea Coban na the best holding midfielder we say one in the you say I can say why and the best holding midfielder world football according to Kukuera was it a branch of friends Moises Caicedo and yet Emma okay Joko na Joko so didn't come Joko say the first thought when Abrabia or Chelsea game and it's over Estevao Willian se obobo na ono de waka o se akoda no talent ekita Estevao Willian na no be ka se akora wenti na obi betua sika aba Stamford Bridge so oba Chelsea match because of akoda we because the ball no ekita Estevao Willian na de otimi de ball no ye no na ano into no the first thought adwena di ka ba no tima bra wa adwena Chelsea wono Estevao Willian se obobo ma Chelsea ene Joko and edi san komo no Liverpool and so the condolences area kwakoma mu defender Ibrahima Konate na nsai ene atwese Konate eko France na yen shada nim adekra wo mega say family issues and ma Konate eko back to ne chrome dia batena say Konate walusu ne papa openya France Hamadi Konate yase opinion any free mo enti Liverpool for say omo deepest condolences and so they ma omo player no difficult time and my branch is obeluse ne papa na enye easy no Konate and am yedi na hon command pe Vincent company Baamunchin coach one so prepare for the game this weekend na when the post match conference no and a pre match no and what the aba betu guys say Opamecano nyame admo china omo game eba so no Opamecano one out adaya I see player no oyare enya so apra yare en oyare into china Baamunchin for game mo no no Opamecano enso achiro na Mami Ronald Arrow after Arrow OG break Barca no because of mental just mental issues no waba 4 matches and waba just oba no 4 matches na Barca club no one abo na interestingly waba 12 minutes against Real Madrid also about 1 minute Racing Santander wamobi Real Sociedad wamobi and a Silver Prague and about 11 minutes into Ronald Arrow eba no 12 minutes and wabo ediama Barca club no nemum report am second say yes Barca players no any coach France Flick omani age ediama branch France Ronald Arrow yes so say as Arrow no say they are back or just from the mental such a mental issue onya no woman say player no or you ready waba back come on and diaba ya the one some mo enso dwumede ne say no pay na mamemfa we ento ya say eba teams no woman wage bill sika omutua enso dem players last season mame listener sika teams no woman so spend on players any wage bill no tima na the wage bill was no PSG wage bill last season 457 million pounds and only 3 players eka Samsung and Barca 442 million pounds ti staff ni nyina no sika Barca editi akaro no Real Madrid 429 million pounds Liverpool 421 million pounds Manchester City 397 million pounds Baamunchin 376 million Chelsea 353 million Manchester United spend 340 million Arsenal spend 338 million and Aston Villa 268 million and any sika wɔn so ɛbɔ anasa ɛka wɔn bɔɔyɛ ɛwɔ club no players no ɛne staff wɔn yɛ adwuma ɛdɛm ɛyɛ team nti Waynesville no ɛno ɛyɛ series tiɛ ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ ba yɛde wɔn nsɛm ɛyɛ ma mo ɛnso ɛwɔ dwumadie no so nɛ na yɛgu so a yɛdi nkɔmɔ no nyinaa ma memfa wei ɛnto w'anim sɛ wopie mu ɛwɔ nsɛm foforɔ mu a ɛnam no ka sɛ 90 minutes for wɔn se wɔn ɛyɛ greatest player of all time ɛno yɛ goat no wɔn ɛde wɔn list ɛnso ɛde aba na ɛyɛ interesting trend ɛde bɛ mi yare ɛyɛ 90 minutes wɔn ɛyɛ goat list no 1 ɛyɛ Leo Messi, number 2 wɔn say Diego Armando Maradona, number 3 ɛyɛ Pele, number 4 ɛyɛ Frank Beckenbauer, number 5 Johan Cruyff, number 6 Ronaldo Nazario, number 7 Zinedine Zidane, number 8 Cristiano Ronaldo, number 9 Michel Platini, and number 10 Roberto Baggio. And according to 90 minutes for Wamos Aya Lesson, and you don't say no, yet Emamo Enso Jumedino. So IFFHS for Enso Aranke strongest African leagues. Now Africa leagues are including Ghana Premier League. Any leagues are Kenyan Omo Enso Aranke the strongest leagues of Africa. Now Mebacho first the Egyptian League. Number 2 the Moroccan League. Our friend Botola Pro. Number 3 South Africa Betway Premiership. Number 4 Algeria Omudiano League Professional 1. Tunisia and so a League Professional 1. One and a toss of 5. Number 6 Tanzania NBC Premier League. Number 7 DR Congo Linafoot League 1. Number 8 Mali League 1 Orange. Number 9 Angola Jerabola League. And number 10 Ivory Coast League A Lunashi. And strongest leagues ever Africa. And I'm a list no and so the mama no pay and so I show no so I don't say no yet ever more I would medino say the other stories never to us so now because assembly see a banny player be Indonesia almost mama no a lifetime ban on to me NCA can be on to me more football view because of a tackle via what they call the opponent a player so now we know almost say a 4th division a game and I know course Indonesia na over here a tackle no asa baby o 2 na ikosi ye no almost mama na lifetime ban Indonesia football abranche no almost there be said you ositi no omuntimi man kwan ma no emo aye football because tackle way nye tackler was just say yes so enso football mo na any 50-50 ball opponent neighbor o 2 na 9 say ne bu en wo de kotiaye eno de tia yede ehun sem nyina ema mo ewo dwumadino so amenka say aye King Light Kumasi's elite restaurant ehon na wo kwa kodidi wo pe wo breakfast papa bi acha say aye kama na de ebo ne da form na environment ne so your top notch aye King Light and also to me call some unimsha Sundays wamo ewo buffet from 1 to 5 p.m. Anche se no obenya unlimited champagne I obanuma anche se wankasa obesori akọ na onum se nsuo eho a bottle of water ya de ma free onum se almost so ewo unlimited air cocktail a bottle of champagne anche se no so a buffet session 600 per head enu so betimi ababeje na edru lunch ne so a opesa wo Kumasi na pese deliver a rice dish ya de brewa baby a wo bia including a delivery 150 Ghana cedi per from 12 to 3 p.m. You be deliver the mom so about dress code no a smart casual no abenya a vibe na kama Light SK Menu Street behind Inshaesu International School and afi the Cove Event Center denyame e wana be wo mo frɛ Light 0544 539 337 0544 539 337 sanso ana mamenka obiem so a First Bank Ghana any First Bank and so any juma eba bank na omo and a yenim omo usika unsem omo entutu ne kama from First Bank and so time yan a customer no wo first enter First Bank and so emo juma no way insecticide spray no but what energy wo there because entuntum spray ebe bo ekum tuntum sanso na wan santa from omo ninka se omo tetewa je no way insecticide spray we obetimi spray obeda den mama de achi uti enkoya oya enkofa problem ya and so enfamro sanso just sweet scent ewa wo dem wo kama ɛno ɛyɛ Norway insecticide spray wo Kumasi na opebia to a 0546 113 540 0546 113 450 and crying you Okenshi Drug Lane Commercial Bank in opposite 0503 510 799 0503 510 799 na odom enkasa maminka obi se me dima fo aba clinic Dr. Time that's any doctor na with the time eto yare so no me say yare ena yedo achinchini yama oniema anonom still oho ento a bra atwema gogo be share doctor one for time ento yare no so won ebeto kama from dima fo 0244 774 282 774 282 na almost emo gingivitis dental clinic yesi aya problem ni nyina aya gingivitis and also yetimi ko se sabi utumu se pampan eba wonum sanso na wose no apai tokura bedase wose odeka aya bread kwana chise moja enso aginam obese wose ye fita obese wose silver and also gold teeth aya braces na pesa odiku se so a nyina aya gingivitis aso na be ko kuma se aya brepo junction bantama street total filling station na Ethiopia ene wo enkran nungua chese SHS no yaben NDC office and afi Techiman Maxi Market 0598 731 0598 731 now only Gingivitis Enkasa Candy Rose internet solution as a hostel owners hostel managers porters no monfrano na amamo full coverage network full coverage setup and afi network connectivity free and will be installed and so the amamo hostels are around KNUS to KSTU Garden City Sans and a Christian Service Amstead and afi Ghana Baptist University no munyina mon frɛ 0208 282810 now ne Candy Rose and so intimi monkomo na bibia enye kama chama kan kama nya trase enti oni abejafo to aso kama enso etimi dia mama na bibia enso etimi aye kama teacher mo oni abejafo ento aso ha
yana no starting King of Solomon something nyansa nimdia yes empanishi mu dane no kuradie say to nyam kese open dia you have to stand up yes I'm telling to you yes now this the great king man who me patron event no dinner ne ye be 3 aduane de ojo be ko bi pa anti na wo ye dinner no just so de be aduane wo de na so want to save from wa ko ni pa do mu se ntimi be sawa no wo nwa
okay all right you have some no dia kan nyina ento aso mahu say there's this heated debate pure sports platforms no platform 2 na me some video ni ma trend na jare but we also moye kakra with it because there's a pause no na yes because a match bia Samolinkum na me some share bia na be league no Inkum he had a chance of playing in Obo Basel kakra Obo Russia kakra right. I think he even went to Ukraine at a point. Yes. Okay. Now, your boy whistle said, if a referee director said there's a substitution, you don't need a film. Now, you did number the chair in a film now. And no Ronnie Jesse, and no Dimrika air co film. And every boy whistle friend no man yellow card. Already know yellow card. It's a man yellow card, no man red. Not just said the substitution going to be muscle. It's you know. And me who say I'm on for I debate power platforms back. So I'm sure say ebi awa woti enkakra no ebi wa dwum na kakra say why would the referee do that? Even say bi a record to match. Me player are very popular obi abu hu. Even say bi a Samba O'Neal. Aha. Na ebi a Samba O'Neal ya bobo na kotoko say omu yi na film. Ebi onya look at dada na obo na kotoko yi na film. Ti ebi a number ne kire na no. Na wa Ronnie Jesse. Ronnie Jesse no. Wa o film o. Ba o film na no Ronnie Jesse no. Onya free park na so. Eti no. Na rev na boy sla frɛ no. Oda na nyama ne second yellow card. Not the red card a chen. Eti no na yebubu ho a ye share the way to go about it. Say the kwe. I think say Ukraine as a Russia. Where right ona. Eti well and then lost in the FIFA law 12 and then a BIT fouls and misconduct under law 12. A player must be cautioned, that's given a yellow card. for removing their shirt or covering their head with their shirt. When is what you say? Law 3 said the players substitution. A substitution is only completed when the substituted player leaves the field of play and the substitute enters the field with the referee's permission. Until the substituted player fully leaves the field, he's still an active player. It is just say the substitution board never change you free man until say ube free park no so. Ama we no you substitution. Substitution in course. So free so na the oba boni be wurama and na your fan say a substitution has been completed. So what I say. In this instance, the referee was right. He followed the law to the letter. So this is what I say.
Chama metiasie but me medical can sa yellow card say the player say why you need Jesse no me it doesn't make sense to me at all.
I didn't make sense.
Samuel kum Jesse no we no any the next year no dey na mrabe no violate.
It didn't also in Jesse in the first place.
Chama why you Jesse o dey fancy why you Jesse
in December exposure.
There be exposure by there was ade chassis.
Ade chassis no on fancy can check.
It's almost the same Jesse and that is why the punishment might come based on the way you Jesse need the wire exposing. Some are me Jesse no.
It's not man the discretion of the referee.
Yes, chama he Jesse no. Ebia me sha atade bi watade na se a. Chairman ebia bibi guani a me advertise something a. Chairman any kwasa me advertise. That should come with a punishment. And I'm a me Jesse chairman me boso me sha atade hwe e na me 6 past me ya kire. Chairman you can punish the player. Na ma me Jesse anabia ma me Jesse na me advertise a religion bia a football chairman etia dia. Then you punish the player. But for the mere fact that me Jesse, Jesse na me no chairman, the excess of Malinkum no chairman, it doesn't commit any offense whatsoever. Why must it attract air punishment?
It will say Emrano, at least there should be a certain
way.
Say, you Jesse, na say, Jesse na you know, who expose Bibia, and no, the awesome Rama who can say, referee punish you. But so you Jesse no. That's why exposition here.
On fine kum Jesse into us
in the specific instance of inkum unze kanino kra no unze first no na o Jesse black or white reference stretch. Oh, I say the also was saying. They say if I'm brand say you have to wear the same color as the Jesse.
Yes.
It is our pants near white or say well you have to show near white. So also longer you know also the same color as the Jesse.
Yes.
Oh, Iti eno but said you can but them run until say Matewa say yes. Point is that FIFA should take a second look at it. Okay.
Gabriel Jesus ekoyi ni Jesse. Also on the no trade I belong to Jesus. And you say a punishing Gabriel Jesus. Obi betray say Gabriel Jesus say quarter on can say say on one can say advertising no because on what the Jesus or the Jesus. Into advertising the religion. I'm not going to say or can say I belong to myself. I belong to Jesus means I belong to myself. Bro Jesus.
Who belong to yourself?
We are very, very critical. And see, Mr. Mayor here from different angle. The attorney say sports and a gentleman. Chamawati must sports is a gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen. Which means a gentleman. Oh, yeah, we are sexism. When they are not a gender activist for
ladies and gentlemen in a sport. It's a ladies and gentlemen in a sports. Yeah, anytime when they are doing the sport, I said that lady and gentleman behavior na eba. So even in boxing, well, because a majority of them, they bring out vagabonds, maybe ya convert them into boxing. There are certain rules, or you can't fight outside. Irrespective of saying you be provoke you, don't mean go abonting. Chema auto unsa abonting, you bet your license. But what I say, in case America say can come away. Look at the start ABA hoarding, Kobe, come on. ABA box, which me abo so abekano abono. But because you are into boxing, you are a gentleman, so you don't fight outside. It's only a yes ball. So what it means is this: Jason, it ain't na chema yeshe. Eduma bia one style of dressing. Footballers, next balls for the end, footballs for the end, Jesse. And no bisha ultimately identify no. Now the problem here, yen to me ni shirt and say. Yet say Chris won't mean you are tardy. while the show is ongoing, you're live on TV, you can't do that. Highly unacceptable. Much the same way, when you go to the bank, na ebia tell and say manager shama we dwane sheta. Na bank we they say bibi anka ba because say scanning.
Okay.
It's even at the supermarket right chairman say over market na. The internet office almost said your man was chefs more FFF. See the new man go for my better binya. No. But in market no a display. Sometimes we remember when you say better but sending us a camera, it even attracts you to do that. And today, because of professionalism, chairman, the Adidas, the Nikes, and the Pumas, they don't sponsor teams, with kits. It is our kids now. They sponsor them. They pay good money for their team, so they also have to advertise. What I say?
Okay.
And as a player, and I say at any time, you need to dress well. Chairman said, dressing me. I did some year Rasta no kase minka.
Aye.
On radio, TV. I didn't hear. Sister, na mekasa.
It doesn't.
Rasta didn't prevent mekasa, but you have to, yeah. And also, me know all of that is for me. Who say sports person be intend them know ya. Who say me there maybe I know better, but me heard them who say no me who any sports way be coach or yes I intend me that day na me say no my mincha. And see the thing is that you need to dress well. Even coaches now you need to dress well. You can't dress. Ghana coaches no more dress ye.
Be dressy.
A bit dressy, Jamani. Baby, don't dressy. And also area so more. It's even coaches who are in Europe how they dress. Into dress and ankasa chairman a speaky phobi. Sometimes position be one mudi movie. Chairman dress and get with me to my position. So you're president. I'll be trying to dress anyhow. A coach na baby. Okay, Messi bagabon. Messi trip bagabon. Okay. Oh, coaches are at a short naga. Then owenga. Only a lot of backlash. Why? Because Messi, you Ballon d'Or here. Players, how do they go to the podium?
I know dress code for the event.
For the occasion.
It's a black tie event.
It's a dress code for every event. Chamo what
because say also tax. Yes, I remember.
Chamo obet me ebia America what at the £100,000. But after the say the call baby be say can be aboko there. The same at the end of Bono. But who the Kobe being so out if it for send your dressing. Boxers was send your dressing, bankers was send your dressing. Yeah, you send a police for money. Ain't he say we overboard, yeah, a gentleman, and you need to dress well. Young father say finally. Say yes, okay, Chris said, young who you are today, and not say 9 players are not 10 or we know your matter at the time or parking so what are we doing?
When you are tidying issue.
Yeah.
But in the case of say atade na mayi no de chassis no umu the same as atade ehye bibi animu a me advertise anything me in committee any offense enye se mayi matade show me boso ba inkum yi na no she jesi blue inkum yi atade no de ehye atade na se no the same jesi blue
your point is that or expose issue
so the punishment might come based on the rational
now this education and yet only about exposure no and okay Newcastle no play never Faustino Asprella. There be no 2 jerseys. Oshego the bakoche.
Yeah.
Oshego no ko yi bako e dey ato stands nim.
Yes.
There be any man you look at. There say on na run jersey na go ato their chen fans. Say ono ko ya ko create problem because ono ko wait me pra.
Yeah.
Now the man if in 2004 no dem ra we buy. Reasons I want to buy any 4 key reasons. Okay. Also number 1 is time wasting. For a player to take off his shirt, wear it back again, this animal, then you will see time. In the instance of income, every area, we need the time we say, taking time to take off his shirt and this animal. Time wasting, I'm saying, or for it, maybe I should go.
Okay.
Or run Jesse or contribute, we have over shiny, or we see time. Second one here, sponsor visibility. Now I got through maybe I'll just sponsor be another baby. No, or the advertising in Pakro. They are also me answer. And I'm saying they are preventing messages. Because messages be or I'm not for display political, religious, or personal messages. It has no place in football. Almost say
excellent.
When you
excellent.
Because I didn't want to try a political. Okay, John Pinstall, Ghana, any Czech Republic.
Czech.
Israel. And Ghana shared the Israel flag. That time there were tensions between Palestinians and Israel. He was playing football in Israel. It was Israel flag.
The number for Babe supporting.
Israel for yes. And no. Ghana was fine. Team Ghana was fine. On Wemunso. you find it.
Yeah, because every crime release statement explaining the entire yes I don't know.
The fourth is cultural and behavioral factors. Your culture be overall one offensive. What you say? And the born so nyam man bo manzo Obeka Miaham. I remember example Miaham, Oga Miaham, USA. Aboard the final penalty USDG World Cup that time Murphy. US manager World Cup the first time. Raw New Jersey. Emanika as a bra sports unibino. Exactly. Did I say? Your sport behind the dressing. Oh, got tennis. Tennis. Who said the air February? Madame, you pop up. I said the air February.
Ready. By Adrian said the work in actually say we just now. I will say who committed some of these offenses listed.
Yes.
The offenses are we just now. I will say who committed those offenses, before the punishment. Beba. What if I take off my JC and do not commit any of these offenses, but still go ahead to punish me? The one can actually say me JC now. So I JC must commit any of these offenses. Then you punish me. Then I take off my JC. Me taking me JC and committing any of the offenses are Chama Waking. Why must you then go ahead and punish me? Send my image keke. Time wasting, fata matozo. Ebia we just now. Ebia after 20 seconds, we say just now. I'll punish you. My image just after 5 seconds. Me they share we. Me wasting time.
5 seconds no wasting.
Daddy.
Oh no, 5 seconds no wasting. But the last part no. I think say NA justice to all the things. Or say you baby or what? Nipo mo have born football viewers near billions of people. Your baby uro jesia are offensive. Uro one are offensive. Saturday Max or angle on the coin. Of course, your you may be in the dressing. Me kai those times. Your drums were sorry. Reverend Kakabidi, your friend instrumentalist for you now. Say, "What more time on my own phone stage?" Or see the very moment I will back podium a stage in the swat. Over drums, over whether guitar, over keyboard and everything. Ubia also dressing out but tie. Yeah, see a tear chamfa. Because imagine say go through plane. Now we share pilot to know say pajamas. Oh no, got that plane on where to plane the work on. Or say pajamas. What plane go out from? So I say, another go through plane no. A pilot no. Why no host time, on and on. We call hostess who be about the jeans, mini skirt, mini homophobia. It's a debia mabibi like a jumabia on the man in the dress code. And Omodian say, the very moment you take off your shirt, Omodian say, Ubiwo baby, Ebia your stadium will offend you, Ebia your gun hang your offense, Ebia Oko Krobiswa. Nansa is a culture, be say, is a culture be. So okosra obi ho a na okọ ho a so ne yire da ko so man ne da asa oje ho atiase it imagine groma uti va sanse fo ne ma me ba ko star obesi abo no atiase but ati on point ne say run
yes
e offend obi
I say chairman cultural differences na offend obi no LGBT a offense to somebody, but the same football allow people to wear LGBT armband. The same football. Your offense to other people. Why do you allow others and punish others?
Yeah, some of us we need good Friday no baby and said any problem. But they tell us something for so on our next. What I say, must be a human rights issue.
Yes,
we are on the right to decide what they want to do. Maybe I mean what problem they say Obi decide so on they say but you be man better. Was it human right? Obi decide so about you go ban better human right. Bema so decide so for bam you know they say human right. I know I didn't any human right. On the dinner. Also from you know. A man is what you say. Some Senegal president. So we. Oh man you know. Oh wait a man from China be a movie. On you no mkuta Afcon flag trophy no so 2 wives 2 wives buy no on the Western media no against then what's that I'm for the other corner. Anyway, I'll say shorts, not pants. Pants is rather what refers. Okay, what I say?
Trousers.
Yes, Mr. Vivi Matias. Okay, 1991. Me am there no. Emra America J Ma World Cup no run the top. Or and also for a whole lot of a say Oba run home. And then him say Coach Freddy a Islamic states no. A man on Bobo requires supposed to cover also cover now o show it when nim nko na o dey pie any on sound.
Sorry to cut you. Meko boa Saudi Arabia I'm under 19s anana most of the time it's a horse near there but not area no and I see you pia bontia oh hotel on my bit much shorts but two pia bontia so we'll come out of the hotel into mean shorts FM pia bontia t-shirts you okay but two to mean shorts in
what you new now
that's your trousers yes all the time yeah.
Wow
the punishment kind of do you think is fair?
I mean I think that you're right and at the same time so no be keeping you right things about to say I am the best make be free but things football mra and yes men roll now they're showing a ball on a cold baby. Most of the time, some of these footballers and so on, some boxers in the crown, line it down, the advert, some of these, Gucci, it's almost that raw. To stop all these people getting money from that, and with their men raw. I'm
not for ambush, say ambush marketing. Yeah. Ambush marketing. It is what to say, a friend say, Mima, a very good day. What to say, Angel Rock, and I don't commit us. I don't go be test. For a street jam and as a street carnival. And no more program a Heroes Park. Or my Heroes Park, or my brand Heroes Park. Maybe also product here. I don't go 1, 2, 3. By now yeah. What you decide to say? Perhaps a war around Honina, also Jinina. Oh, your program. It's ambushi program because also take advantage of the program and the advertiser.
Yeah.
And Nuntina, so called FIFA World Cup. FIFA will reduce. I was say, so your event now you're part of the FIFA sponsors. 7 years, but might know a patasia. Ebia, baby, I be program. Ebia, Derbyshire. Ebia, Swami. Derby Swami, quite the same. Yanko, Ebia be Donina. And I just so. Man long eti Nuntina, control. Sa radio singing na to boko no baby you close pubs you close bibia normal building fun parks around the place so that we are their sponsors will enjoy sadie no they go friend give them margin ko ho that I use say no say that your poor boy na no say that as I run the JC no attract the shots go from na the boxers no line there da no e show say Gucci you see the Gucci side say a boss go a friend say Lacoste go. It's almost the end say.
Who means to control it? Is it will be TC Park so I can run Pekino?
They don't say. And you just
camera Pekino.
No way say player should go na camera be your friends. On channel.
Maybe action e won. I wanna come.
Abuaji the message be o was Abuaji Echicheni US. Or see Christian. I had a student. She was a she in the first semester, a he in the second semester, and then they, then, and us in the next level.
As a man, about first semester, no, you're about. And a second semester, or coaching your transfer.
This is the only this is your day or your then or your ask. It was a then future day or the Nina account. To see whom be unclassified. The same society as this.
Ogo could find the room on the overlay form. It was as a male or female. It was a female, male or female. Only male, female, or prefer not to say with a prefer. Anyway, when we are going anywhere now, say new Senegal didn't. Now, polygamy is when all parties involved are aware of the presence of each other and have readily accepted the existence and presence of each other into their respective lives. Polygyny, it's a polygyny, so when a man marries more than one woman. Polyandry, when a woman marries more than one man. Senegalese president seen holding onto the AFCON cup with his 2 wives. This is polygamy. All women are involved and not hidden. What I say? I say polygamy means to say, worry man no worry about more than one omu nyina nim so worry more than one so what you say
omu ni momo obi ati ase
ani Jesus anu be ku fie be ko ne ma me fo ne tete odi nkobo ona be ma ne yire no fo be ko omu nyina to odi nkobo na asem bi ani TikTok ni hwan ba yi ne say o ya na omu de ase ni mama akoyi so what you say ai
so be worry me no de chema be yes so be worry back now side chicks ye be eat
ai ntina lawyer bi say lawyer penyi bi oyoba also no hu se ni kura for ba on chia on the combatants se fa ne brefi na be wine because on tia say on ubechi corolla na the oteten echi Range Rover but so never vie ho dia onya be kan ho dia on na panyi no on unji range atiaze o de we are report Sunday Friday report back ba ku video hu che ni nyina so ja video how do anyway mo me traso na ya hwensim coach the last time I'm say me social media own comments now you know coach education Saniman yes very good comments I'm for care about the way how to throw challenge you know I'm say at least I say every president the crowd you giving a try say educating coaches because coaching is a problem and officially the referee there the don't can know then every time for referee there so and also say for referee for them rana
I mean I think honestly I don't think that Ghana referees are bad though I'm say baby a free banner and a man akoy win sounds bribes near there in recent times I'm say you know your friend is Anas me who say and you might be saying that it also comes from the clubs themselves in regards to not trusting amongst players no more projects no more so you know and to me say now what time we can talk about Ghana Premier League clubs and more projects and how for players no be 10 na next month and I said the next transfer window near Pamo 15 near the 20 about near Pamo way near the we can no comes from and that could also be the reasons why almost two bribes and also referees and you say no it you know meaning says your time can and me here Christian
Maxwell
to be honest me clubs and the structures no? So I don't know if you guys can help me in regards to clubs and the structures no? And how almost signing on players and how you know players no one see who says scout ko no naba see yen sign na
about 99.9% of the time scout to be a coach is open coaching na who not open the coach got open na we for different from media
the in Ghana no media men na recommended players ma
no. There be a qualify that statement. Sometimes, any media men, when you make a blanket statement like that, it means that all the time.
Okay, but me say 70% will be unembedded.
Okay, because the 99 gram any problem.
Okay,
but my point is that not all the time.
I agree with you. Why? The why is that the coaches they don't know the players.
I'm recommend them why. Tio. Okay. I'm recommend them why. I'm recommend my club no, and I'm recommend my coaches no.
Yeah, coaches no.
Okay, so now, last year na kotoko coach why.
Zito by midway. In fact, I in the chance here. Ogum na starting.
So now, he said, I'm recommending and whoever say media and say and I recommend my Ogum and Ogum signing or more summer last year. Ogum koye no. Zito naba. It in the players na Ogum de buy and does that mean say omonso no ombesa kwana?
Yeah.
What they do?
It means I'm recommending my coach no, and I'm recommending my club no, and I'm recommending my club na club department bang and the signing players no based on these recommendations. Meaning say if I'm making sense.
Yeah, I understand.
I want to say
what they do is this.
Department na coach most of the club and ebiniho.
The coach can in munyam hu be be so oche.
Matia de omo ye
ne so oche say. Say Rosie no needing say Rosie no Chelsea coach no.
Liam.
Rosinia, yeah.
Rosinia. Obai Chelsea will play so.
Yes.
Ontimi nkada. Say next year. Players no on the sign or Saki 12.
Okay.
No sign 14.
See now, before say no in a way no the interview no was Strasbourg.
Yeah.
Because working for Strasbourg is still in the same as
the same owners. Yeah.
Now, it's not. Let me be say before, and I keep saying this. Ansana Barcelona will never employ Jose Mourinho because our philosophy is different.
Yeah.
So now it starts with a philosophy as a club. So okay, you come see as Antikoto, you came first or you say anything, but your area no, your region now you woman. These are the players that coming through a lot of times. For instance, even Nancy young boy and Krana young boy Milo,
yeah.
So we a lot of the number 8 and number 10s are because we have about 4 games. A lot of number 8, number 10s in 9 and for. So now it tells you, say, I'm just using that as an example, say, in Ashanti region itself, the majority of these players will come through number 8, number 10s, Now, Sekotoko, Kimfeza, all these teams around these areas, and so more build a philosophy. They have to understand, say, your number 8, your number 10, so the majority of them will be that same 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" maximum around that area. It's in the philosophy, it has to be based around that. Okay. Now, Kotoko under 20, maybe.
Yeah.
For instance, you fancy be under 18s and some under 16s, some under 14s, and some will be Odoma. The number 8, number 10s, will be around that same heights, and at some point becoming a first team player for Kotoko. And if that's the case, your philosophy you're building around that same height, for your number 8, your number 10s. Now, so you call Bruno, you call Temale. So see, majority of the people that play football, especially on height was ropa, Now, it is a Kotoko crab, so we build a certain philosophy. That's for almost centre backs and that's defensive midfielders. Okay, defensive midfielders in the animal, centre backs in Nano. You best share every. Tamale any bono because now playing as a centre back also what height kakra. Okay. It's a majority of the centre backs or more Ashanti region because Ashanti regions players are more around the Hano our more centre backs in Nai and Ketenketi even though they can play and we don't really want players from here playing as 2 centre backs or defensive midfielder for Kotoko. It's in Anuntino you're under 14s, you're under 13s players be free. About centre backs and then the centre midfielders and that's defensive midfielders and then that has to come from the Bono or the Tamale area. And normal is okay. That's what people do. Now, so sad before say you employ Christian crowd to become our first team coach. In the interviews, Christian need to really do a presentation to show us why we should employ him. It could be on Zoom, it could be face to face. Christian Bar, your 25-man squad before he even turns up. Your centre back be a Samba O'Neill, on a centre back, Samba O'Neill. Christian Boss be a Samba O'Neill. He needs to explain to us why I open. And in these interviews, the sporting directors know Honomo, and I say the business side of the game, I more so now Samba signed be a 5-year deal. 6 months ago, Christian is also about on pen. Akran that's what 4.5-year deal. So Christian used to find a way to use them. So now, say Christian has 1 pen 4.5 years deal. You bet my employee agent be and I say contact agent be to try and sell that player now. Obetona, your turn for instance, it be a 1 million Ghana cedis. We be so for 500,000 Ghana cedis. And yet good enough for business in Tena. So Christian, what we're going to do is the side player now is open. You should sample now for this year. Or 1.5 years at least. With time, add value to him, and try and sell it. Through the interview, a Christian it be an interview will not be convincing. And for Christian, even though we feel say he's going to be very good for us now, but because of some of these main players, now Christian person will get rid of. Sign a Christian for now. Until they bet me the Maxwell say Maxwell, listen, we feel say all strength and say. Ultimately develop players for a certain point, and that's ultimately develop players through a short-term period. And say Maxwell Badia, you want the 20 player bia or no soon your person babeshe samba nine. You to play a biama. It is a Maxwell, but Maxwell needs to now try and improve.
Under 20 player,
not necessarily under 20 player, but if I say samba will now need using to be a 1 year before say samba, because no akwana beshe samba nine. And even in training now Akrana be a first team player now, and a 20 player now. When the first team be training every single day now, because your person samba body. in a way. If you remember somebody, I always say, listen, Accra when we feel say he's going to be like you. It's anytime before training, Accra is going to ask you questions, make sure so answer, and he may be
as a mentorship
because we're developing a certain player for a certain position at some point. Now, so coaching in so bad, there's no way say coach na yeah kofana ban yeah na can be we no oba was me 10 players we and I made the 5 way ko and I make 5 way aba. We all need to agree as a group, as a team, as a club. So listen, okay, if that's what you're going to do there, we're going to try and get rid of Jacob. You better get rid of BK. You better get rid of we. But it be any intimate and Tom. Until see about Tom, you intimate for our players when I open them up. And the players will cry and I sign more based on more ability. Hey, means me more play anything. Play Chelsea on. So what are the reasons why I'm signing a better one? The Oman signing based on ability. They sign him because he's a unifier. Okay. He brings everyone together. Okay. And at that time, not Chelsea on project and started with the 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds. They thought, say, when you youth team player, as I'm not here, and they knew him from another club. They knew him from another club. Okay. And they felt say, so player with a Christian there, will not be any problem. They be an who I should go crana, so what a bench a crown or common celebrity or park and so common celebrating. This is what we need now. With these players, no more banning for Christian and Macahon. Christians on the beer at this moment, the Christian meets Magibia 30,000 a month or 30,000 a week. You see, can you so get the BNT fan about why? But in a long term, never 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players for Christian. Okay. It is some of these signings. They are not signing based on the beer or Babo only giddy. But a Nema kitty bint in the Fanambra. Nema bois a beer, the other players no more. Personally, no. I would say, and our hearts, I would say, the first team players should be maximum of 20 players. Not every training session, you have 5 youth team players. Because here, youth team, that's a youth team, no, every year, be promote 1 or 2 players to come in. So, maybe first team, be training, or maybe who say, and crowd more talent to be at some point, then there's no point of you having a youth team. It is 20-man squad, no 5 players in the by all means every single day they train with the first team. Okay. Now it be on a Friday, no money under 20 na training because we be on game on a Saturday. Okay. It is a player exodus in the sense of or money reba in no to be track akra e be about 2 or 3 be the baba mama even 2 or 3 in the yeah no more kono yeah mama based on the beer indiscipline I say mama based on say the youth team player means you blocking the pathway into the first team. Okay. With that it becomes a project. It's being a project because you have a certain project in internal. Eddie cross be to camera referee and as a referee so balance will be bimpo so be or could this be baby no so ko be Emma a home that home news deal with the referee na anya de because of a so say will be project. It is a club's name now was sir adjoining way to a certain projector. And it doesn't come by chance. Because the GFA has to invest in educating the clubs themselves, having a project. Yeah. And through that, and having a project also comes from coaching at the youth levels. Because if said the technicalities of the game not at the youth levels, then you're good enough. Having a project at the first team levels and it becomes really hard. I don't think that be a coach be on mobiles, a player going to be in control, but that's what we want to go. Because the technicalities of the game at the youth levels, and you're good. Yeah. With that, it comes hand in hand. It is say developing a project, and as these first team or big clubs are having a project, and the technicalities at the youth levels needs to be better.
I could make my overview, maybe on the mini problem.
Overview of
like how Senna will consider be able to explain in your actually. On certain they are not making ne boneso because they recommend very good players as well. But I say your coaches don't really know our players. Well, say we need people who scout and all that for them. Into so more fat team, I no more here help. And also Ghana, so most of we the journalists be brave so manage play be brainy ball ni be omoko be areas in terror say man you has organize that your friend is saying MC and gala competition and then into more hard they see me I even know as a person Menka but national team youth national team back when he was given the team he was a friend of mine who recommended most of the play. He even called me, and at least we talked about 1, 2. So that is 2. And at 2, he say, "Send your work and you need strikers in a week."
Sorry, in recommendation of these players now. My Musa question be the last who has been the best Kotoko right back in the past 10 years? Inkum. Okay. Inkum strengths here then.
Inkum. The pace, attacking, going forward with the ball.
Okay. Defensively is not the best.
Yes, he's not.
But Kotoko fans enjoy Inkum playing for them. Right now. Kotoko right backs is here and where?
Is it Kotoko? I see a Dubobi. And
okay, into another strengths compared to Inkum here then.
I think I say this is a better defender. Or defending very well.
Okay.
On go forward, it's not as good as going forward.
Okay, so hold it there. So now Zito. So how does Zito play?
Zito,
no, in regards to the wing, in regards to right back positions, no, or attacking fullback and that's what pay defensive fullback.
That's attacking.
Okay, so now see, there's three things we've spoken about now. It's in the say, the Inkum crowd, he say, Yastek say, Inkum na, or Kotoko best right back in the past 10 years, there. Say Zito all dreams, no about attacking fullbacks, But what say? It's the Inkum crowd right back position, the philosophy for Kotoko now. Now, Zito what when he dreams, no. Now, the fullbacks near attacking, or the deep play attacking football from the fullbacks positions, if that's the case, it's just that one position I make on Christian. It is a other than be a right back in the Ozis, or more attacking football. That's what attacking football and so the best out of him.
Lord, I'm one right back. See, do you left back?
It's Lord, I'm one or you're attacking right back and
attacking good. Although attacking good, but not as good as Inkum, of course.
Inkum, okay.
I think so. No, he's okay attacking, but I think he defends better than Inkum.
Okay, into maybe says Zito and so attack in the right backs, no. Or more attacker now. Does he or more freedom to attack now? And I say or more rigid in the position. No, but what I mean is or joining attack now. When we are attacking, and I say be on my name, stay because say a winger no out and out wing. Does that make sense? I'm just saying, sir. These little detail really helps in bringing a coach in. I'm
sure that
you can't just say, oh. Yakofa, I'm not saying Zito, but I'm just using as an example. Coach we and but because we think that or you could coach in TM when the coach doesn't fit into the system now, and already the players that we've got in our system.
Yeah.
Because he needs to come in and want to develop and improve the players that we have.
Okay, so they all kind of say Ebia team no players or Muni. Ebia you must new man go change your coach for you better coach no based on your players near who style now bono.
Yeah.
Say be fit. Said you talk about Mourinho Barcelona. Said Mourinho style the Barcelona style no emfa. I say man to be say Diego Simeone style ne Barcelona emfa. But how team say Pep Guardiola send them Barcelona pe coach. They can even decide on pe Arteta because Arteta style no Barcelona style no emfa. If you say na person
who's a
Fabregas.
Yeah, who's a player be regardless of how old they are and your the individual development plan. Player be on the strengths and weaknesses by all means be in the part.
Yeah.
In regards to that, no club no what a portfolio. Say Christian the same way so good at Christian. Maybe say like a Christian could work on the weakness in it. It's in a club no obia you know. How do we then bring in coach or no bit me aboa ama what be developer and I say wabua ama Christian strengths no any Maxwell strengths no any BKB strengths ni na dey be kabo me bit me aboa ama na build the team no. It's in eno na wie no eno na dey communicate actually fans and say okay this is what we feel we are. You don't necessarily have to explain it too much. Say bia yenji league and I be so of course I mean me dey in league of beje say kim face across in your league on so beje. Once you're in there and you want to win it. But clearly no we know say bia your strengths no may not be to win the league, but we really want to do well. But with that, and by next year, by next year, now you drew time, you beat me the league. These communications could also be out there. Meaning, so it is sorry to cut you there, Max.
Second one, so they say, your coach's name pay young players. Adio Muchiri, Kakrebi Chama, Sanya, he mechanic in the net only. Kakrebi ne pay young players. If there was a coach, he was given an appointment or youth national team. I was here and I'm a catcher. I say, coach, we only 3 days from me 3 days na ndi omo pam na enye magic see any coaches be aye adwuma omo di omo pen so man player no ni mba chema de obebi sa say wabo premier da o ka da bia so e good also there be me nya afa na me be train player bia me pe obi a border because it's all about 3 points and the pressure na a club ne the mom no so into omo no they want already made player into say ne intina se obi ko Bangladesh na 8 months from more ball no ba po be nya team abo because mo feel say ono wabo be at that level. And until Oberha teams be brave were you team chairman, but how many of the youth team players no and no more first team they don't do that. And so why nebia youth team players now or more move ko. Unlike Momo system nebia your youth team now modio mo Ghana they don't we really don't do that. Maku be peneza.
So we need individual development plan days. Even in coaching now, Monday to Friday now, days need training especially youth levels now on a Wednesday now. Most of the time, a Wednesday now. It's Wednesday be a session here about 1.5 hours now. First 30 minutes now, play a BN in the individual development plan. It's especially even the under 12s and the 14s now or more crano. It be a onkai no. So for instance, it be a under 14s for office near. Obi aba ni din bo kakraka ne IDP bo kakraka. And what they do is sometimes even as a coach with Christian, why IDP there? Weakness, what do you need to work on? And for instance, maybe a Christian needs to work on long range passing on the boy feet now. Maybe a BKB needs to work on receiving the ball in flight. Now, it's me mama mummy no. I could training a bomb in the first 30 minutes, more 1 football, 2 footballs, but Christian will just be working on his long range passing. And to be over 20 yards, 25 yards away. Now, so the year receiving now watch out to it's it's just even in a session, the first 30 minutes, you allow them to coach themselves.
Okay.
So you allow them to coach themselves. Now, boy, more YBB now help more. And to go on maybe for no individual development plan. No quiet juma ene. But the other players now are working with each other, helping each other out. It is honey marketing kitty into first team coaches now the highest level with Krumano or Mumpenkolan because Nkolana have not been developed well.
Okay.
Because there hasn't been a system where youth team coaches at course are actually developing the players to get them there. There's only very few coaches maybe one number more but most of these sessions I'm not saying it's not good, but it's not structured. It needs to be structured.
Okay.
People need to understand and then this is the topic I'm trying to get out. The same topic in some of these sessions will be for 2 weeks repeatedly. Until some until some you don't move on because at the end of the day, it's development. So be Christian be a school be long division. That's a long division and teacher will move on. You don't move on until you understand.
You need the long division to teach even the next topic.
Exactly.
And until so be long division every year, next topic obey here long division to teach. Now running to the previous one as what is the point of teaching?
Of proceeding. Yes. I mean, I understand you. And there be a good friend, okay. I mean, I'm sure say your coaches now they should get to understand that there's a lot of work for them to do. There's a lot of things they need to read. Say, even I am sure, say, me good coaches need be above here. But I am sure that a great number of Ghanaian Premier League coaches, or from now besides who play away the strength here, then who play away the weakness here, there, about 90% of them cannot tell you. They don't even know. Inti Emma using the players no can I thought I said to me was a player who has another match who pa nice there's this boy Pitami Duakwa. Very, very talented boy. You watch him in the ball, no, there's no consistency. Because clearly we play him the same way for all the matches. But based on the opponent, you can decide that okay, I won't play him here, I'll play him here. Because if your team knows some weakness here, it will be now. If you take one person on the Kai ranking, say, if you guys say, I'll say, so much, you guys say, Onyabu be on train, the Baba will say, on train, we go with channel. Because that time they had Beckham.
Yeah.
Onya freaking away was it. Yeah, we don't give attention to the, you know, and it's structured. We are just playing. Yeah, player sales and the player purchases, and it's structured. That is why a team like Asante can decide to sack 21 players in one season. 21. Now coach assign 19. That's a UT team, UT new team. So coach assign 19 now. Nipa hair no. And of course, I want to blame Marcus Yapia because he's a technical director of Kotoko. Oyamani said 21, 19, upon 21. Obo season now, season no. Enkoye at the pointer. Namasaki coach no. They go and bring another coach. That's Zito. Zito abo season na baby darling ball anybody watch like mama boy me. Obo season na wie no. Even obo the full season so even no every 20 players. No Asaki 8. Not the 9. Abba. No above first round. Above first round yeah. No Asaki 5. Not the 7 Abba. So ye 12 into obi yebi.
We are allowed the coaches to do that. Abuchira player now but to say no. So to be mawa. You need to generate revenue internally. Say be a 100 million pounds to go into the transfer market. The team can only say okay, we have 40 million. The 60 million are can players now so Tomo Nafa generates can never be so and
But listen, I think the problem is not just that too. The problem is, I feel management. I thought that almost very coaches.
Yes.
On say is familiarity breeds contempt. Seven predators. A juma biano and we friend me sure say why a juma. Yes, oh boss say oh now. Oti I am show.
Yeah.
So do you say boss say by the office ya. Oti I am show. A juma office or boss by the office I am wish you ya. And that is the money na mu dia grow remember. And that's all the boss. I'm telling you, no. We are now for that. Every girl with 2 hands, if you so brother and the player,
yeah.
The very moment management cannot talk about coach. Maira. No one will say a mere coach, for instance, Zito Nebia Kanasem, and I didn't hear a example. For instance, Zito what dreams. Nezito better check and say up at 12 players. Of that way. I'm got on way. But on manage coach, you more Africa. I'm more yadi. I'm more. Every dreams, no. Cat no ne. You might be to Tom place. You did more. Only home be just scout on place. I go somaba. Agreed. But some coach Corona, who pay any free ho, not the back of the car. Boss number 12. Team now didn't free out the neighbor. No, Kotoko now no but 12 players to improve. No, Kotoko need the 4th or no the 8th. God, you know,
yeah.
The team now no the 8th. And also Manu Kotoko. Umanu Kotoko. Also up 12 players. 12 players. That is a team now. Or no the 4th no. Or no you have 12 to make it to get to number 1. But man the 12 we in your ball league no that's so the 4th.
Regarding scouting now, and minim hawa be a Ghana no yes be a scout or a cool player and fan cool player. Even youth academy quiet no hano. Yes scouts in no. And this is the reason why I'm
my concept answer how they course my concept how you get the players.
Maybe another boyama. You scouts or honoma your profiling your position be and your certain even height I was here and certain attributes strengths that you hear or set every position now. And no more do scouting. Okay. Scouting area. For every player, they need to explain why. Without them looking at the profile. And for instance, if you're only Christian, but I'm a Christian, a winger, and yeah, okay, the internet say Christian, and they'll say, "Fan, be 2 wingers win by no." You feel to be a Christian, I say, we say, okay, fine, no problem. Yeah, at all. It's recorded though. Okay. The Okana is being recorded, and you know, say it's being recorded video in the BBR.
Okay.
Here we are now. Some players here can no aba camp and as be a open day trial which we did yesterday. Open day trial no matter about me na me ma report and I say any scouting team in report and I say okay that's fine, no problem. We feel say it takes off and no chance what academy anymore, but now I better invite and I'm not academy you man be a 3 weeks of a trial once the player be on my familiarity near but it's what name maybe say answer na the player be also nyama kitikiti be between the can okay into a bar. Now, Yamana Bebu game, this is at the youth level.
Okay.
But today, you know, to answer, my at the highest level. Say, for instance, Accra House, Kotokone Accra. So, scouts, they use reports in the bar. Sometimes, we can even request for videos.
Okay.
To see them. near who say okay, scouting is a player we do a good par. But like I said, no, Kotoko, right wing and attacking fullback. Player with me say. It will go far fullback and a only attacking fullback and defensively very good. No, you beat me crying athleticism, anyhow big or tall he is. Okay, in regards to that, no. We're very good defensively. Now, you bet me Abuano attacking wise, which won't be so much of a problem. Because you're right back attacking wise, it won't be so much of a problem. But we needed someone and also you're very good defensively. It's your nuntino, it be a best sign as our player, and I be maps our player another one. Yes, I go for Maxwell, so Maxwell did defensively, no, we're really good, attacking wise, and so we're very good at. We signed that player. Say because we feel say Christian yet defensively good. Yes, you pay attacking fullback no. It's a change now you sign Christian. Not 6 months down the line or a year down the line. Yes, yeah, I'm Christian. I go for Maxwell Asaba. Minnesota Masia. It's you been a bit 2 or 3 players out. You better compare our attributes, our strengths, our weaknesses. Okay, this is what actually fits into our philosophy. And you know, you science our player. It is said the club hasn't got a philosophy, the way and how we play based on a region we're in. That's where it becomes a problem. And yet Barcelona say, oh, but in that Catalan area, that's the kind of players they breed. Okay. And if that's the case, the Ayembe are not around that area. Players. Of course, you have a play of France or Togo, but your core it has to be based around the players we breed in Ashanti region. And that's how you build your philosophy.
And that is what is even affecting Ghana football, even our Black Stars now. Because Kaneno, the kind of coaches we had and the kind of players we were breeding were midfielders.
Do you know why? It's because a lot of your sessions, even today, your sessions are Ghana is your ball, and I see your ball, small pools.
Small pools,
and I say 4 pools, okay, so now you see pools 4.
Pools 4.
Now, who's a skill, how do you want the skills? Because born into for my, yes, a 1 9 1, yeah. Now, it's internet me, Jago ball up and down, so I need a couple saying. And I saw so most of the time, you need big goals, so internet to develop better keepers.
Yes.
And internet develop better strikers because they don't really get to shoot at the big goal.
Yeah.
Small pools, 19, your doors are crying, small areas, now need to
the pass, you see.
And that happens today. And this is why we're still developing midfielders. You need to develop top strikers and top keepers for the nation.
Is it maybe wingers? Is it wingers? You play wingers. Is it a blessing in our wingers? Yeah, wingers. First is number 10 for new baby. And they say, Hano coaches now also come Emma Isa for the banner. Omonya own say, Canon, young Canocre. And I'm Nazam go come, Madame for coach be me yasem. But no crayon. The coaches no my born doson. Nim the omoyeno. The mere fact the official court now say it is said the said is your doctor our being your doctor our bone. That's true. Doctors now men we what the money conkai. What you say?
Yeah.
In the same way, lawyers, your lawyer our being your lawyer our bone. Sport presenters, your mama being your mama bone. BBM your me say. By your coaches, your mama born a doson. The mere fact that you have a certificate doesn't make you good.
Yeah, but I say that the certification should challenge them to be better.
Exactly. But
before we receive a certificate, now me UEFA, UEFA is a certificate now. But you say, I'm worried. But how you say now I challenge you, now I coach. I say this with pride. Right? Me UEFA B, maybe my first attempt and me failure, and that made me a better coach than ever. Because my coach educator and I catch him say, listen, I can give it to you now, it's no problem. But I really feel that you can be a better coach than you are. And these are my reasons to me. I want you to go and do this. It's why I'm challenging my miss. I call back, my miss. I could see a debut. Okay, now if I'm more research, I'm share more games. I feel I'm stadium and I'm in person box mobile. I'm a cost rope, I'm a shape work. Shape no, you defend you attacking so some of these things you start to learn on different coaches as well. And it challenged me a lot. It is your coach has to be a certificate in man so these things will happen and that will affect Ghana football.
And maybe I see a license A for one to coach the Premier League. Your license A coaches baby you say my PE teachers near if I be chum the exam the tron your thing. I'm a church JJ. And a go on coach go be so go to coach. And that is the problem. Caneno. And meaning the entire the plan I said Ben Kofi 5-year development plan. Oh yeah. I don't know why we feel that when you do a 5-year development plan, You cannot recycle like what I say. Somebody then you start another project.
Modify it.
Germany for starting on project. Somebody said the next World Cup number. In fact, they won the World Cup before time and only somebody World Cup. It paid off. Benkovich's 5-year development plan qualified us to the World Cup. It got us to the AFCON final in 2010. I want for Bekaya because it was the same around the same place now. And the buyer the bedroom. Oh, just watching. And yet, can you know? Omanum coaching Kora with the most experienced coaches in Ghana.
Yeah.
Because not basics in the Hunya. And until under 17, Ghana Kwani year 1 year, 1 year. Apart from no so of course even for HET anyone or the infant. But after no every player so making it to Europe. Samekufo, Christian Saba, Shaboys no. Oh, they went there, the Gago Nom, you know, Makadu say. The omuko ball. It look like omuko can't okay go. But the same basics no. Oh, why FSC here the under 15? I'm a coach Bodu. Bodu is my friend. He's a brother. Bodu should not be coaching under 15. No. The under 15, the entire Argentina body will say Peckerman. They're technical director to coach all their youth teams. He was coaching them 40 years. It was and crowd for in some basics na mde mama wo esoro coaching nyedin how dey kwa say tactics ne wan but aha no basics no ye de ne yabutu no oh why say yes ogun omo de yaman
so it's under 17
under 17 coaching me kai so coach akweta manum ya sam no I mean coach White mo omo coach into basics no that time we take kentenom ne or some do me omo be found at 12 because under 12 year Ghana go say Benin 9-0 o take kentene afrani or some do nom samade omo na the experienced coaches in Ghana omo nye de sa teams no mo
so that okay for Omoji ECC ana omo coach and said they could help him.
Exactly.
They could easily help him become a regional national team coach. You
know, Obano this team CG, you see what tap you. But chairman,
you don't tap them because you're not political. Also, support media and your coach is not system. Every president can identify a problem, but we until solution. Say refereeing and coaching. That is why in Ghana we can celebrate Daniel Nila officiating a semi-final game at the AFCON.
A Ghanaian referee who World Cup pay.
Justice Yabua, who was an assistant referee at the World Cup. Who officiated at the World Cup. But standards are falling to the level that now your referee a Vabako and wedi semi-final. You are celebrating war. I'm your Nakotia sports minister. I'm your man award. Say, why are they want to Ghana him? That is how low our standard has fallen. And Bibi who say sometimes idea goes out to say I will be na or no do say person ho tono or ye bibi san ho betono. Ye de ye nim yayare no. Ba ye nya ho hwe. And your coaches continue to be coaches no we say Oma bon puta. Oma bon no do so. Coaches Oma bon no do so pa.
Onimo a ubetima blame na ade a minim de na minimu. That's what I say. I did a minimum.
Tell me blame the minimum. You have the opportunity to learn.
Learn where?
So when
it's Christian story.
Make efforts to learn.
No, but listen. And the doctor said for Jiba is here or the doctors for book say me how to do a surgery. Na me ko kaya tiu na kai. Na me ko na ma fa na me twa nipa na me hu here.
But don't say we are surgeon dada. Na ebia baby na o fall short. Na doctor say for J e the book ni brew dia. Who the basis, you know.
Okay,
so once you are a coach, I don't say me a short a while hard here. You should be able to learn.
No, but
there's so many opportunities. Oh, let me upgrade myself. Let me learn. I mean,
sure.
The crowd, baby, the crowd question any panel channel is very important. Other than that, obey me, baby, so question had then I was young. I need panebia or church, I may bomb a trim. How will you know? Again,
your coaches now. Although as my making, so I'm kind of cry about I don't know. How many coach teams here in Ghana? Yeah, if you have 100 coach teams now in Ghana, I can tell it's about 90% of them and coaching course be other. I'm telling you, and that's where the problem is.
And now, our coach will basic level. On the understand we need data to buttress it. Omo coaching kwada football because of or game keke. We need any basic training.
If you have bida, I know you. It's in any genuine woman. How they develop these players and they're great. But technically, no, he's not qualified to do it. That becomes a problem. It is your answer. Call no side on now. By all means, all the players, regardless of whatever talent or mono, I could be on no by you know. Which means that when born about power, but or you born be on any super on, shouldn't him do SOD because he hasn't been developed well. But this 17, I can't help him.
Yeah.
Mean to me one and that. Your best developmental stages for football between the ages of 8 to 12. Between the ages of 8 to 12. So 4 years is so important. It is our coaches now. Under 10 for no, really important. Say they understand positioning, they understand how to receive the ball, even how to even the body shape to even receive that ball. No. It is within Sadia he gets to 17. I mean, take Ghana now, and I'm say me I can help him, but I've only got 4, 5, 6 weeks. I'm the team need to go London. I can't help him. At some point, you at some point.
These are individuals, young men who are in football, who know the game, and are together to form an academy, and they are selling players to Middlesbrough, Chelsea. Now, what to cream? What to cream? One say, because Freddie Muse also can. No nyanom ai Tony Apia ne Michael Piercing ko tu va sermon mo no from some metanse mon kire me go be na mo ye na ye ntimi nya ne sa no study ade bi individual etimi ye adwuma no anya mfaso I sit dan I re ne ma ebiebie adwuma nim na ba adwuma de bi oboka
mentality
ye because of boni na some previous so you coach nasa o team Jomo Sono Jomo Sono ni team Jomo Cosmos ono wa coach na de ono ye coach na be team na pam no ono wa coach na de because no at the point no go coach South Africa national team ono wa the 20 players ono na bibia ni team no nya ne faso but unims because Jomo Sono will not sack 12 players and bring 14 wa bless Kevin ni bottom ba ask how many coaches omo Ghana has say the 11 wonders manner omo catch them say over 12 players any into a system no ena empanyimfo no and with kai the last asante koroko elbo match omone future stars me na me management for nche by the point now I'm sorry because I'm manu kwa go imka because back manu imka ma management ba go cheche mu no right too na I'm sorry because I couldn't understand say in modern football a Premier League team boy against a Division 1 league team na Premier League team no defend the nyaboa not the back of his midfielders me who be that me say who defender no jono the defenders on number omo desi number
the midfielders
asamo mo ka kire ne se bosim ejamba nzo no abosim we are playing modern football. Look at how teams built. I'm making sure say me one of the things I Arteta say me feeling power because or try to overwork opposition strikers. Or mama attack him with the ball next year. Man defenders no bar. Tena mo bre. Then they move the ball. Midfielder no. And almost the midfielder straight to me. But by there only say Odegaard by the barman. Because your name main creator. Teams don't have those structures because they are not buying the players with any development in mind, any plan in mind, any plan. And one say yeah to bo. Your bonny shy, I say. Your bonny and shy, and say. Tim Nasabra, Nitia, what me going about question? Referee also say, and you go. Who was a referee said in your own team child? Oh, yes, oh, me patch.
Sorry.
Chairman, some coach,
Emre no say I say what they come out there to run away. Emre na so.
But they know any classroom teaching in so him. By Butu no. Baby a very key any fundamental at the basic level. Basic.
Yeah.
So these days, parent sika o munsem kakra no. Maybe o invest so much into their children.
Aye. Em kra na kete no. I know, and say me you have a school fees and grand school fees. Okay, couple me could be 100 million. Say, hey, now invest for great just
yes.
Aye, because basic, no.
Now basic ni we are chairman. They are canning in a crana for basic ni we. But sometimes, we invest in a university education more than the basic level, thinking that Akran, after no by university, and a coach catches at 17 years, and after no financial be about university, now in the factorization, and a two-set problem.
One from nowhere, so your class, masters, strategic management and leadership. Now, course back on lecture back or Troy. 2x equal to 8.
Yeah.
And 2x equal to 8. And 1 x equal to 4.
Oh, yeah.
How did you get the 4? So, you are sitting in a I'll say, you are sitting in a master's class and you're asking me how I got there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, then you don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, of course.
Because the point is that uncle, 2x equal to 8. You are divided both by 2. No cancel. No anyway. Only that job the best again. Only it your person just say you know also who didn't do.
Yes.
Basically it's the same thing. Yes.
Me say me your lecture back or chira dey say no be a raising hand say I can see your handwriting. No watch I see on school handwriting on your 2/10 boy or your lecturer.
It's not about the handwriting.
So it's not about the handwriting. So at this level no coach you dem about me coach has 7 or kind so coach in 7 number 1 Ghana football in structure. Everything coach has said must fall within a structure war. So only structure the coach can won't be implemented. Tell me the structure of Ghana Football Association and tell me the structure of our clubs. And that is why you will sign a coach. Our coach in the philosophy. The clubs do not have a philosophy. So have a philosophy. You sign the coach based on your philosophy. But tell me, in clubs almost signing coaches, on which basis do they sign the coaches?
There is a coach with
why are they so number 1, there's no structure, club no any philosophy. So coaches in a player sign, it doesn't follow any order. You know what I say? So we unimbo ni akofana ba bo nimbo no kra no ebia baby obobo no kra no environment no na mani hu bo obano bo hu kra da ontimi mo. All these things are not even factored in be. So structure any basic level any mani nyina no nyame no ko ni bi chama okay oka IDP individual development plan. Me coach wanna meet in the first time in class no na can just say pulley every single player IDP infantry omunya bi ma
go pulley me say busa na say the player no the strength in there
ebi ni ho as I don't know can you no watch
now
ko bi say
me kai middle of time and Kotoko sa echo South Africa ko ball 3-3
Santos
Kotoko best player was Tim Odru secondly
Obenchino yeah he told him Oga change the ball na bottom untimi
unde Obenchino South Africa for no were physical
as a boy with
them pacho yeah ko 3-3 there but Tranchema make akra a coach will identify opposition and we say even though he Odru and the best player no game ready Odru try and check akra Chromasia and them coaches here the first player between Ninka is Odru na go do before be kan Odru or yes I don't know Kotoko qualify coach nti ya to agum sa ko say ya de ni de ye ya adum na sese ba ko fam
ya coach no ya na din kakra and say ne din say aha no also wa de wa adwunye bibia okay ba meden do the first time but na has secretary Kotokopa I think was meden do Zoom deck one of the players told me odomoko camp no eno yi matches has a show me na oyi chiro mo no the story why din obi aye din omo yiwia no am obi atwitwa highlights mistakes omo ye na goals no ne nyina no omo wi the next morning no my training on kase so my training sa oyom sa for Monday Tuesday Wednesday na give me a Sunday and Thursday before training no di omo nyina ejira ho no be some matches na here and problems be na hu zie ye ne ho no we aka it ene ne be hodwuma ye be bibia eni kwase ye pene e mo hye no ne o maye ki sa omo wie no Friday o my training give me a Sunday Friday on port training no break camp obi anko fie on be share Sunday no paloma ko ball sa ball na ko twa has 2-0 bi o say that Kotoko outplayed us boys and they were playing like ya bibia duom as they were your dopey or your ma dwen hodwuma coach So what to say coach we no be kasa da so wo unya select you da wo and na one am no
and then blasters coach and the Kwame Poku going to a game or just say ukono wanko shegua wa nshegua unkai in South Africa
so want to go be
sika kono o the blaster o the player
yeah bro
now catch players wa nshegua just so go ntino Kwame Poku nshegu at all cost e kwaya Kwame Poku e so chire ne e kwaya on fa so be chegu wa nchire no e no de hu she player nim wa nshegua okunyina bo part so ntimi
na nim say they go ready Kenya. I'm telling you that club officials listening with the mumuni they had a different
ID
Simon Bako had a different and then no come bana ha
onim asma be Kenya so Kotoko DHR 6 years Kotoko be winning league in Africa and do really well or even win it. Let me say this well Kotoko nte under 10 no or the under 10 no so musi ska say ma for 10 players but omonti under 15 I'm for 12 players so more under 20 that na e be under 18 so mo ska Kenya bad omonti sa 3 teams young no one put 2 coaches on focus especially for under 10s on fundamentals no on basics no yeah frusa under 10s no more famra under 13s no under 15s no more fam under 18s no more keep up same players na sa no famra by the time I'm going to be the 18 no so my first team players at Kotoko beton about 4 or 5 of them
yes
to the European market I'm telling you it's no there mebwa so Kotoko pa mebwa mo because this time remember well listen in this case this time I Ghana most of the time me back Ghana as many times as possible but Ghana be and I can help him twice in a week 2 hours a week no problem and I'll help him do it.
Coach you say asema okay was e biara might be the quite a trigger yeni mo kan say institutional memory asante Kotoko a coach came say it's ever coach Freddie Ednaba but do can answer or back Kotoko or Kotoko training 1 2 3 but do not drive an famous was a very good friend of mine but do this way who see a bobo park be so original no I Ohebia no ko now finding me say be obefro bia manaba o say one way o say akwa abante we mu invite no omra training ground but me training midden dop ye ya en mani fa pakosi febi no na okes sports master that time on na hwen kra no okes had a very good youth team almost school team no said you okay about okes no fa no and the Pagosi Fabian because he had been a sports master for Okes. When boys no boboina Dodu, Kasbola, CID, Oseko Finum, boys Nina. At a point, all those boys were players for Kotoko's youth team. And Nuna Kotoko graduating in the days in recent times. Time Mana Kotoko yes strong pano. Those were the players. Stephen Odu, Joe Louis, Dodu, Kasbola. Sa Ukrana Ombo as go to ninja Pasi boys number high school ne Oma Santa school zeri no ye no the form nyina no nyina be Kotoko no Kotoko was strong sa blueprint no enyira you
Kotoko under 18s no I making say on 20s no umpa okay for players by 4 was for 2 the national number 2 years no captain omo for me nanka okay for players for be omo for mon kan no recruited from other clubs no mon hade odo mon spending money on them buy them club bi omo bia mon to omo for mo mra no mo we woman 2 years Kotoko beto ba ko for $1 million
Kotoko has no me bese me di ebia na obi na bomu dia bi nya sa pa dia me ntiase ebia omo sisi clubs ke to na mo bomu dia because nya sa Hearts of Oak had a youth team that produced a player who was regarded as the best striker in Ghana. Ismailado Ofri Aroras,
3-time top scorer.
Oje Ghana Premier League top scorer 3 times. Omo body Hearts of Oak, Edge Africa, Anna, fearsome 5 some. Why enia kese fo nyina omo ye miracle of her work. No one fo nyina ntimi anye. Omo de omo je. Hearts of Oak Aroras was the state.
Hearts will play be. Lefty bi mo fan fi kuma say I'm friend kwada so Messi referee ne dia kasa lefty since I hear ball Ghana here I've never seen a better player than him.
Wow.
Me won't be that
Sir?
BKB. Or lefty. No affinity and Cassa.
Messi for the darling Paul.
Be white money. Your friend, on friend Quadas Messi. Henry. Oh, very funny full name. Henry BB. Me show some money no. Henry BB. Now, Clano.
No, you go Jomo here.
Henry Watson.
Henry friend say, Messi now. Quadas Messi.
Henry Kwaku Watson.
Me who are calling Bobo Ghana. I'm telling you this today.
Who are calling Bobo Ghana?
Since you started my me who be at that.
Grana Maroon.
Bobo. BKB. Menji player home. Not too much. Top player.
How's the last 2 games Chama started? Oh, David Chama. How's the last 2 games? Set time now has a justify when I did Dramani buy and a boy in the Kobe. Supporters now and a did fan.
But the TN say, coach, you have almost funny a kind of development.
Yeah, but there's no M1 Sakotoko. It's not my grand free Kumasia. Echo has M1 BKB. Me say since you started here ball Ghana about 1.5 years now. Me want clothing Bob chairs are crowded down. And I am one across one bar the 19th national team now.
Because now the other I tell me now became what will be a blame.
I'm friend, but I'm so minim say final call up with Wakobidia because screening need your friend.
Because
no boss second division team. Yes, coach be
no hearts per fan.
Oh, okay.
Saturday night you no more negotiate but now some has more than change.
And of course
me want clothing Bob channel Ghana.
And you say Chamo Neding because at a point, I know some new coach Dihun Komokakra. No, I mean, I'll be a movie, but they say no. And so,
yeah, said it. Okay, you coach commanded the ever transfer, Agrimo Swaba, and Tienka, Lawson Herbal, Yenihun Komokakra. Dr. Lawson, Nindu Papa, or Diabenyas, or Diabejasuno, Yankawasan, but Anzana Gimu Babano, Yanfa birthday wish we Emra. I must say, Biabo Code.
Amiado Senior, fresh and in Chow, Power Pan in Chow, Chamo. He's going as I sang a ye.
That is like a how about Jobbing Bibi there?
Oh, tell us how. Boy, you know, because you keep Kakra.
Okay. Now that kept good,
oh, of course.
Okay.
Maybe, you know, I always say, what kind of monk, I don't know.
Okay. All right, a very special happy birthday to Pastor George Ajimabuating. Pastor George Ajimabuating, and Nyame ede afe akan mfi ho na our priest, our father, our teacher, our counselor, our coach, and our leader. You are +1 today. Happy birthday. Omane Dawson, because mbubu dia ade bechen. Inti Pastor George Ajimabuating, nyame oma nkwatente oma ahoden na ofomfra dumu enkwadumu. Ne nyame mmoa na timi ye na dwuma no se de wo ye na. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Birthday see there. Okay. Ode amagimo because Chris so the back bia baneze bia na yataza agimo. Boy come on na den some na the free Lawson Herbal. Asweye and so Eba.
Yo, Chamo. Sherman Bright can come Bodu the BKB. Yami shout Chamo. Only teaming na Yami Eshamumo ene Juma ene Ye na Minina the founder and group president of Lawson Beverages na Lawson Herbal ina name no mama fishapa mo boy Juma afisa me kwa hona o man kwatentene apomodin na intimi emfa ensum chamo na menka sanche common etia director say no kre maso yemu ene ya Juma efie pi abusumi pi na wochi pi ene pi Tere baya yeshira nkasa nkwachiri encheche kakra ho bahia se yebehye ne nso na ede aka dada brabo ho natimi aboa pomodin awie payenti na wie yanam Dr. Sian Kaisa afi asha ase no anya bia no first quarter onipa bia wutie mi a wote menka
also power show or blood pressure dear any dear coin so or the form our temenka chamo the power show and so then to a tear for in say director say a fee yasha saying anya biano na kosha or blood pressure. Go and check your BP. Nation who say a day and na year Santempano. Then I be here. Then I be a lifestyle changes as amendments and I say be here medication. Then here and Tempano no share near correct it. That I say you go to share your blood sugar level. You go share sabio a citre do doa. Awo yemo jamu ni pedwemu abro so a ayasem akofamu a ayasem range no also to me edaye go and check your blood sugar now afia yasem no na entimi emwa na ita senya no nko a opamochew osramo say afi yasha sanes anya bia no know your lipid profile. Go check your lipid profile now or patre or cholesterol. You're the good cholesterol, and you're the bad cholesterol. No, you say bad never does soon. I say good, don't know how and air bar, and the quiet so. I fee, yes, I said the 40 men can with me. Now, share or cholesterol say, na is a dam, a bit me a bois. I don't qua, Doctor say, men can musafi, I get biano. Shall we say, mudron so your weight. Overshare no humudo because in himself obesity a risk factor and hypertension tidy at the eba yan penisa a feed ye didn't mean a pomodemia who dimua umudrono go and check your weight now like I say muscle ama and fire how and farmer doctor say a face no ya just say sunum ensio nenum no abedosun. Instead of sound your money when I said yo, if I drinks na bana, a citre, ne cafe no, a dos one into no, Obenya, mensumum, and no so, the one I won't know, now Johnson, now said you who feign in a paper bond, and hotom, abani per diemu, mama and shannon so. Doctor say a face no, as you want to say, a matter so dear, and in Yaba, a dosun, your dear diemu. We should feature fruits and vegetables in our diet. Yes, Ramu, Atosodia, Ababua, Inuaba, Bofre, Kodu, watermelon, and the likes, no, Yansha Nibi, Namaho, Dino, Yankas face, no, Yabaya enough exercises upon what in Yatinia, local saying 2026 day, enough of the sedentary lifestyle. Ye Traboko, Yaji home, Ye Jaya home, from air conditioner car to the air conditioner office, and money per diamo or deno, Yan Tinitinia Pomu, a yaskipu, a yasquate, a yatake brisk walking, Nantintentem, now come on and more, na emojani afro, near Sanica Mani per diamu, when you are bois, than the crocra mono, the Yapan saying, Ode loss herbal products, no, eka when you know. No what dim konami apomodemu 2026 and beyond mama yan shanen som afi pa wo chow adwuma ma kwanya anya bia no o de opo adwuma du fa nwumre na simadu no kwaduasa ya 90 brisk walking 19 kakra na fabra be dware be boa ama hoɔden no awie peye na dry loss herbal mixture de adro I loss in local mixture de na adro I loss in delay man de yetene so a na ya sorry last year mu no nyame adom ne firi ho a adro ayeji ababa ebe oban ma nipadua na tu yan wase no ekoma loss herbal products no especially Lawson herbal mixture and nane yanwa and srade a enye efri nipadua moment ni mu da ho a akoma nyina tumi boye na emoja no so etumi di afro na esane kama nipadua mu odafo meka say 2026 apomode ne besa wie peye na abedi nkwana me yare yakwa nipadua mu a Lawson herbal mixture man me dro bomodia numbi na abedi mu adanse we ni adro ba dwaso a efie pole aduane enumunie ena me no ka say no abasbode a agye edoso eni ensusasobone bia no machi ameka say onu madra no madra wo din onu madra no madra wa danse onu madra no madra ni how bia no machi Bansan ye kai say Lawson herbal mixture no awa jaso Lawson loke mixture wa jaso meme drum Lawson delay man so de obi anim so enfie edu woche konkon dia odie no and Lawson Dileman na eba na frefre 2026 enchema opebia fa pomoden ho yade nya kwan ni pedua mu obesi ade kwan aboban mo ni pedua ho be kenti no dwumade nyina mu anamba yi twerɛto ho na ya wafrɛ na ya dinkomo abaya je oso on 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 and a 0248 61 99 99 0248 61 99 99 0248 61 99 99 0248 61 9999 na enchiremu a wupe biodofo yetumi di ama wo bede be kasa na ewie no meka mo se ba bia to dro bia amantam dunsia e wo man Ghana mu no odofo kai national so so kwara body say open man me dro Lawson herbal mixture on sabeka open ema ane meme drew Lawson Locke mixture on sabeka and I say open meme draw I to paye Dileman capsules na ya de Locke mixture de so de no so sabeda beka no wa shane say a pin for there omani ho kwan say Lawson Locke mixture na Lawson herbal mixture so omunum bie yan shane so apemfo monsum ntumi ene madroi bi enfeni mu no wo ye free du meru konkon ade a akwaside bia eni ho edro nchiri bi bia ono motumi di bi bia e ma na ye enu ntire ma na danso e wa adwaso be ma de enfie du nwochi 18 aircraft mepa wo chow mo wani enku ojonso sam ho mo wani enku o mema sam ho mo wani enko o prostate e bambo ho esane se no ene kura wo mema kwan ema cancer ema prostate mu mema kwan mema sam enko fom prekopo abra sabio dread bambo mani pedua ho Lawson Dileman ajabas body as the best male vitality capsules 2021 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025 and still counting, standing family unblemishly. If Fabian Kayahoda a drum man no more, and yet now quainty, na draw your ho, Sabema, Oyantina Juma, and Kotwa Juma, and Merikatua Juma, and Empeja. Sisienu kwani pedriano obetenasio obekutuo obeda ho begina diakoni abapa e odwuma de nyina mutwe pa wo hwe na fa bambo eto sisiene so na mema sem entimi nyina brane ofele kwani mu na hode ne ba famu a me pa wo hwe menfa nya nsanom fa ye edra e wodin enom eno ene Lawson Dileman e kai say Locke mixture and now the be you are whatever num to pay Dileman no na ya mon komo on 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 and a 0248 61 99 99 0248 61 9999 what in Tremubia about Lawson Herbal Center and after Lawson Beverages or share kwanya yewo ebuakwa Canaan Kumase ewa santimantamu ebuakwa Canaan Kumase ewa santimantum ho ena edi enjuma enti chamo oni menua Andy Casilas me wie no me kan mo say ye Kumase die dodo ye pepia no ye nko KNG Herbal Apidank, Misty Herbal, Freddy Mens, Habme, Semenko, Adiani Osun, Osabekabi ho, Posa, Odiafo, Okona Osabekabi, Mrumuho, Konongwa, Paulina A. Sapon, Tech Body, Lord K. Pharmacy, Asante Mampon, Yanko Sewa, Herbal Shop, Bemampa Infieno, Udroy Oboasia, Smart Herbal Ajibio Ho, 0242 133 577, 0242 133 577, and a 0248 61 99 0248 61 99 99. Lawson Herbal Products Kasila Sunday on Chamo Muna Siano Daswa in kind na 2026 and beyond Yabeko Swa Nenemwa Ena Anom Meda say
yes so yeah that's a pa agrimo from Lawson Herbal Center and we air the first in the year. And what bon komo and so the actually twisi boga agrimu but oba ra se la lies how can on ya to how pese on ya to about oboa emfa kura de okay kan emfa kura enim de opeso actually emfa kura boga maminya few birthdays na yen sorry say ya brand de enya ayebina yenyemu emfama DJ Abishos na onto aso mfemfiro na happy birthday eko ediama Dorcas Dorcas ewo Areas new site and your birthday now we every Saint Nadia ono and the CEO of Cindy's End and o see FFD so na we show a happy birthday Dorcas happy birthday to you nyankopo inshallah have a wonderful birthday o see nkan so do ye pa Sanso and we say I'll say good morning my brother I trust you are doing well say Yemfa special happy birthday Emfa Emma Mrs. Grace Mensa dia roda freno eye antennas na antennas na nyankopo ayadom amananya 70 years antennas nyankopo na ankoso anu nkrokra wonkoso na wonhyira onkoso anu anya okese happy birthday to you atwuma boko ewu kumase ha ene your birthday happy birthday to you Mrs. Grace Mensa Antennas nyankopo inhyira obi mpa emayenyina sanso ana we to say happy birthday to Emmanuel Kwajo Amisa Ima once upon a time no intense we pure FM I say ne wishing for birthdays I know no so the birthday Ima a graphic designer Emmanuel Kwajo Amisa Ima happy birthday to you. The man is in and as usual on the cap no aba tian sorry and a Friday na on kanyima insi ni nyakopo ya dum on the weekend edition of Pure Sports no from 9 till 12 Have a wonderful day and stay blessed.